So this is the whole kind of this is the whole kind of different pillars that we have for creating this ranking matrix, you can say. So now let's go to the let me go to the next slide. So okay, this slide that I have created, this is almost like the universe of different ranking that is there, that is available for technical analysis, and how exactly they have been segregated across different parameters, you can say. Not obviously not all the rankings and not all the indicators and everything has been used in the ranking, but yes, quite a few have been used, that is there. But at the same time, this is exactly the universe. This is for your reference, you can say. Okay, now this exactly is the different pillars of ranking. Now I will be going through the important ones which we need to kind of look at in terms of how exactly this ranking is built up and things like that. So for trend, there is this 80MA, 21MA, Hull MA, ST, Viva, PSR, Arun, Temma, 1-2-day, high-low, and Heikin, right? For momentum, there are all these parameters that are there, and they have been kind of coded, and they will give an weightage to the overall scheme of things. These are the things for volume. These are the things for volatility. OI, premium, PCR, these are kind of contributing to the data. And these are the strategy. Patterns is like, cloud indicator is this Ichimoku, and patterns is your candlestick formation kind of thing. And the last one is the market breadth. This market breadth kind of gives a lot of supplement to the trend indicator, trend bucket kind of thing. So this is exactly the different things that have been used in the ranking system, you can say. Correct? Now, I will walk you through how the number and everything is coming. But any questions that you would have so far, or we can start with the indicators, few of the indicators that we will be talking about.
Asif, one question. So all this TMV and other thing, so there is percentage that divide equally, or some are more, some are less?
Some are more and some are less, and they're also categorized into stock level thing. It is not across stocks. All the stocks will have the same weightage. So let's say Bajaj Finance might have a better weightage for MACD, and let's say ICICI Bank have a better weightage for RSI, hypothetically. So indicator space with the backtest, we have tried to kind of give weightage, and that is why the system works a little better than what I can say. So yes, we do, and we keep changing depending upon the backtest number and everything that keeps changing kind of thing, you can say.
Those backtesting you have done on all 150 FNO script?
No. Say around 60 stocks, the premium 60 stocks. I do not trade on GMR Infra, Idea, your Q-Means, Conquer, and all these scraps. So no, are not needed. Even the ranking, I have not restricted myself to these 50 stocks. They will do the ranking in all the FNO stocks and cash stocks and everything. But I don't trade those stocks. Definitely not.
Okay.
So yeah.
So Asad, when you change any of these parameters or any of the weightage of these parameters, so it gets reflected in the Fox Trader system where you have built in that immediately, or it takes some time because it creates a release, or it's an immediate refresh?
No, we kind of know. So the latest version that we have right now, say 30-40 days back, उससे पहले I think 2 महीने पहले मार्च के करीब था, अभी जुलाई में एक बार और एक हम रिफ्रेश किए थे. So every 2-3 months we'll do some, in case I find something worthwhile to be replaced, then I'll do it. So there are a lot of things that have been kind of not taken out, and a lot of things that have gone in and things like that. So
thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Asad, I have one question. So if I understand it right, this system prevents us from taking any trades if the market is moving in sideways, and only when it is trending based on TMBV, it will allow us to trade. Is that right?
90% right. The 10% is that key market trends in sideways. When we talk about market, we're talking about the indices. There'll be some stock, there'll be some script which will always be in the momentum and trade. So market can be sideways, but stocks can be in momentum, right? Market might fall, some stock might go up, market might go up, some stock will keep falling. So the idea is to keep picking those stocks if it is tradable kind of thing, decent stocks kind of thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Time frame is 5 minutes for this ranking system.
Come again?
The minimum time frame is 5
Yes,
minutes.
yes.
You believe more on 15 minutes.
Yeah, minimum time frame is 5 minutes, but I don't trade anything based upon 5 minutes. Minimum it has to be 15 minutes. 5 minutes is for a quick exit, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine, good. So I'll take you through few trend indicators and momentum indicators, and I'll tell you how exactly these are getting formed. Okay, before that, let me just give me a second. Okay. Okay, let me open Fox. I think that will be much better. Give me a second. Are you able to see my Fox now?
No, it's some black screen is coming, Asit.
Now?
Yeah, now. Yeah.
Okay, good. Give me a second. Let me just draw some couple of. Nothing. 1 second. What I'm going to talk about right now is a basic understanding of how exactly we can see the numbers. Okay. And how exactly we can, I think this is fine. Now just let's pay some attention. Just I have put right now, how many? 4 indicators right now. Okay. Let's make it say from daily to let's say 10 minutes. Okay, perfect. Can you see the screen right now? Anybody? All?
Yes,
All
yeah.
good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, as you see in the top, this thing, what I have done right now is 8 EMA, 21 EMA, PSR, and 34 EMA. Are you all clear? Right? And there is a
Yes.
color coded. 8 EMA is green, this is yellow. Let's say this is okay. PSR is fine, and this is kind of orange or red, whatever. Now, can we let's say let's look at this candle. Okay. Let's say hypothetically, if price matter, I'm talking of the candle. If the candle is say let me make it 5 minutes to make it a little more volatile maybe. Okay, I think this is fine. We will be look at my cursor when this point we are looking at when the PSR is kind of ending and this PSR is beginning, that kind of thing. Now, how many indicators we have right now? 4 indicators, correct? 8 EMA, 21 EMA, PSR, 34 EMA, right? Let's say this is a convergence. All of these 3 EMA, whenever the price candle has gone below all the 3, can you think we can give it a score of 3 for this candle? Because let's say, as of now, let's just put 1 weightage for each of the indicator. 8 ke liye 1, 21 ke liye 1, 34 ke liye 1 also, right? Now, what is the score that will be coming from this candle? Can you just tell me, anyone, on a 5-minute time frame?
4.
How you putting 4?
Below all the indicators.
Below all the indicators, correct. So basically, let's say PSR के लिए भी हम 1 rank दिए, बाकी तीनों के लिए भी हम 1 दिए. So this will be not 4, -4, because what you're looking at, if I tell you कि and this is my trend indicators, I'll tell you on a 5-minute time frame, Nifty is -4, and we know that this is the universe that we have. What you will be thinking? Okay, fine. Below all the indicator it is there. Below PSR it is also there. Correct? Are we saying any, are we on the same page?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Can we look at this indicator? Sorry, this price candle here. What will be the score here?
-2.
How exactly is that? Tell me.
I think -1.
How?
Because only one it has not closed it below the second one.
I think
0. I think 0.
PSR is also
Below 2, above 2.
See, on this one, it is only about 34 EMA. Correct. 21 EMA it has crossed, but this is definitely below 8 EMA. -1. This is -2, but it is also above 34 EMA. So how much I'll have? 1 positive and 2 negative. -1.
okay.
Correct. Something like say we're looking at this candle. How much it will be? PSR. This is what? This is obviously we're looking at negative.
2. Positive 2.
Positive 2. Correct. Now at least you understand. If I were to tell you, depending upon, let's say this candle we are looking at, this small candle, -4.
Yes.
Right.
Correct. Now, so this is basic layout. We can quantify the position sizing of the candle with related to the indicator, okay, with a number. Are we in consensus in this one? If I tell you -4, you can understand कि okay, अगर 4 parameter ये है, it is definitely looking bad. Correct?
Right.
Okay. Now this is basic layer. Now let me add one more layer to it. Do you think if a candle is only below 8 EMA but above 21 EMA and 34 EMA, it is not so bearish? Are you getting my point? Let's say if the candle is below 8 EMA and 21 EMA but still above 34 EMA, it is bearish, but the gradation of the bearishness can be taken up. So can we do this thing? Can we give 1 to 8, 2 to 21, and 3 to say 34? Because we are trying to give more weightage to 34 EMA. That we have a consensus, right? If we have a bigger average period, and उस bigger average period से अगर ये नीचे जा रहा है, then something is looking bad. Correct? If in comparison to 8 EMA. So what I'm doing right now, I'm not giving equal weightage to each of the indicators, but I'm trying to give little more weightage with the increment of the period that we're looking at. Correct. Now, if I look at same question, what we had earlier, we had 4, but now tell me how much condition, what is the number that we'll have for this candle? So what we have, you want me to draw, I can do that. 34 ke liye, it is 3. 21 ke liye, it is 2. 8 ke liye, it is 1. So total it is what? 3, 2, 5 plus 1, 6. And PSR ke liye, we'll put 1. So 7. Correct? Now, if I were to ask you, what is the rank, what is the number this candle will bring me to? Will it not be 7?
-7.
Yeah,
-7, yeah.
-7. What we were earlier having, -4.
Yeah.
Correct?
Right.
Correct.
Now, because of the fact that it is below all these indicators, smaller, intermediate, and long-term average kind of thing, it should attract more weightage for itself for the higher bearishness. Correct?
Yeah.
Are you clear in this one? Similarly, if we see the same candle over here, it will not be kind of the earlier. So 34 ke upar hai, so that is positive, right? So that is +3, and it is below 8 -1. It is definitely, it has crossed not 21. I will not give any score to this one, but indices on a C, let's put it. So earlier what we had is kind of minus this thing, but right now it is because of the fact that 34 EMA ke upar hai and 34 EMA ke upar hai, to ye strength dikhana chahiye. Just look at the kind of candle it is getting formed. Are you getting my point? So the kind of candle, it is a kind of hammer kind of thing, which is on a smaller, this thing, it is going up. And from this point, it has started going up. So here, the weakness should not be that much because it is above 34 EMA in comparison to the similar kind of candle over here. Are you getting my point? So depending upon where the candle is getting positioned, it will have different numbers in place. Are you clear on this one?
Yeah.
Any doubts so far? If you want, let me know.
Asit, just one thing. Will not the structure of the candle also have some weightage?
It has. I'll come to the candle pattern right now.
Okay.
Right now, we're talking about the trend pattern. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that if we have -4, -3, -2, it is up to you to decide, okay, -1 है तो मतलब ठीक है, 34 के ऊपर होना चाहिए, इसलिए सपोर्ट मिल रहा होगा. -4 है तो मतलब -7 है तो now you can understand कि ये जो 4 है, 4 में से सारे के सारे it is giving a negative number. So I'm trying to tell you how the numbers are getting derived. I'm not going to go through all this thing, but I'm telling you how these numbers are getting derived. Now, let's say I'm adding another factor right now, and that is, let's say, super trend, which most of us do use. And no, not this one. Let's say 10. Sorry. 10 speed. Then we have okay. Now what I've done, I've added a super trend. There are 2 super trends that are there. Now let's see if let me increase the time frame and maybe we'll have some lesser this thing. Can you see there is one super trend which is giving support? There is kind of still in green, but there is one super.
Sir, I'm not able to see slides, sir.
No, we are not in slide. We are in Fox. You should be able to see the chart. Are you
not? No, sir.
Oh, okay. No, I think this is shared.
We can see the chart.
We can see it.
I can see, sir.
Yeah, so we are good. Okay, good. So, 1 second. Let me just put another one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Okay. Now we have added 3 super trends right now. Correct? Now, tell me this candle. Just look at the super trend. There's one super trend which is kind of all fine green below the price, which is positive. There are 2 super trends which is giving negative. Are we clear here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's say again, based upon the this thing 21.1, I'll have 21, 14.2 and 10.3 may I'll have different weightage, and the number that will be coming through, I'll have a consensus key which is looking good. Okay, so even if there is one that is giving support, there are 2 that are not giving that much of obviously they're giving bearish one. So if we keep adding these numbers, do you think at the end of the day we'll have some number which might tell us the story? Okay.
नहीं, मैं दिन भर वेबिनार में रहूंगा कोई.
So look at this candle. I'm talking about this red candle kind of thing, big candle. I think all the kind of parameters and everything, it is below that. It will have much more weightage as a negative score. So आप 15 मिनट के टाइम फ्रेम उस टाइम पे देख रहे हो, तो 15 मिनट के टाइम फ्रेम में the number will be definitely quite bad. Correct. Now, once you see the candles going up, and so what will happen? The minus 10, 12 kind of thing will start becoming, with the increasing candle, this number will keep going down. Minus 10, 12 will become minus 6, 7, maybe minus 4, maybe. By the time this comes, the number will completely change. So I hope you're able to fathom what I'm trying to kind of show you. So basically, based upon the candle, where exactly it is positioned, I'm able to derive a number from it. And that is the number that I'm looking at. And once I know 34, the weightage and everything, that is a different story. But once I know this is what I have to look at, once I know this is a trend number, I'm perfectly fine with that. Now let me go back to the PPT. Give me a second. Can you see my PPT now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So
stand na?
Guys, humble request, please mute yourself. Okay, now look at the trend wala bucket. Okay, now let's come back to the whole this thing, what I talked about. Price is above 8 EMA and 21 EMA. दोनों EMA के ऊपर है, जैसे हर EMA के ऊपर भी है, and we have different weightage and super trend के दोनों तीनों super trend के ऊपर है. It will derive certain amount of number. Price is our VWAP, we can give +2, -2 kind of thing. Price of a PSR will give +1, -2 kind of thing. Arun, Tema. Then again, what we have is this 1 day, 2 day high and low. 1 day high के ऊपर जा रहा है तो let's say +2, 2 day high के ऊपर जा रहा है तो let's say +3. 1 day low के नीचे जा रहा है तो -1, 2 day low के नीचे जा रहा है तो -2. Correct? Heikin-Ashi have been used as an indicator here. अगर there
paid.
Guys, please. I don't know who is speaking, but
ऐसे तो आप सबको म्यूट कर सकते हैं.
I have done that multiple times. You please.
Oh, okay.
Also. So yeah, so basically this Heikin-Ashi is also being used as an indicator. So what if we have a, let's say, let me go back to Fox, not Fox, where? Yeah, all of you know Heikin-Ashi. So basically what I'm trying to derive here, there's a longer candle, okay, size of the candle is, let's say, more than 80% of the body size. Body size is, let's say, more than 80% of the whole candle. It will give us a proper good strength. Matlab, ki haan, matlab, something is looking good or something is looking really bad. Continuation will give us another rate of scoring. Then doji will not give any kind of scoring. It is neither positive nor bearish kind of thing. Then we have negative one. So basically, let me open. Sorry, 1 second. Give me a second, please. Can you see the upstrokes now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now tell me, look at this part of it. Okay, this is all continuation rate. It will give me a certain amount of scoring. The continuously rate form or and let's say there is a decent amount of body size out of the candle kind of thing. May not be 80%, but at least 50% in most of the cases kind of thing. so the size of the body of the whole candle will give me a rank. The continuation of the similar color will give me another rank. This will not give me a rank, any kind of number that will be coming. Continuation here, it will give me a rank. Continuation here and green candles, this will give me a rank. Here it will give me a rank. Suddenly, the bigger the candle, the size of the candle and everything, that will keep kind of giving the scoring higher and higher kind of thing. So my point I'm trying to make, let's say this Heikinase here. This Heikinase here from up to this point, they will give lot of numbers to the trend wala score, and this is trend. How do you capture trend? Basically, you're trying to see your candles are green, the size of the body is more than say 70-80% of the whole candle. That gives me a strength and confidence because the trend is picking up and things like that. The moment the doji come, the ranks will start dropping down. Again, it will pick up once it sees a continuation. So continuation is at least 2 bars, and at least 70-80% of the whole bodies should be there out of the whole candle kind of thing. This fall that you see for whatever time frame that has fallen, it will keep popping out quite a number of this thing in ranking kind of thing. Now, if I just what we saw in the Fox. Now let's say if we are putting the same thing 8. So for sure कि 8 के नीचे आ गया है तो यहाँ पे काफी सारे numbers pop करेंगे for that thing. The moment it is going above 8 EM and just say Heikinase is also turning green, so you'll have a better number, positive number rather. So my point I'm trying to make, so I'm going back to the PPT. Can you see my PPT just to confirm? Or do I need to share?
No.
No, I can't.
Not yet.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yeah, now I can.
Perfect. Now just let's concentrate on the trend wala bracket. Now let's say your price candle on a time frame is above 8 EMA, 21 EMA, हल EMA, super trend के ऊपर है, VWAP के ऊपर है, PSR के ऊपर है. Let's say Heikinase candle is also giving the kind of number that we are talking about. एक दिन के ऊपर है, 2 दिन के ऊपर है. अगर नहीं है तो it will not give any number. Correct. Tema के ऊपर है, it will give the number. Iron is positive and kind of it is giving some number. In this way, the trend depend upon the weightage. So 8 EMA will have a smaller weightage than a 21 EMA. सुपर ट्रेंड का डिफरेंट जो 3 सुपर ट्रेंड में यूज कर रहा हूँ उसमें से they will have different weightage. VWAP will have let's say +2, 1 day, 2 day, let's say 1 day will be +1, 2 day will be +2 and things like that. So just to give more weightage to the emphasis that अगर 2 दिन के ऊपर जा रहा है तो things are looking even much better and things like that. We will come back to a point where a trend will give certain number of numbers to the whole scheme of things. Correct? Now, let me take you to the slide and you will have a better understanding. I'll come to the momentum part of it. Okay. Can you see this bull rank built up?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you see Tech Mahindra 65? Okay. Yeah. Now, when you see this Tech Mahindra 65, what we're looking at, 19 is coming from trend, 16 is coming from, let's say, this momentum, 20 is coming from market weight, let's say 5 is coming from volume, and so on and so forth. But if you see the maximum kind of concrete core of the ranking is coming from this first 3, trend, momentum, and this market weight and volume. So these are the core thing of the whole this thing. Agar trend nahi rahega, then agar ye 10 ke niche rahega, it will not be ever giving a score like 65. And what I normally tell the people who use ranking, our bare minimum cutoff is 50. Anything below 50, we are not going to even consider. Correct? Now, what we're looking at, let's say you have isomotor 51 and you will have Tech Mahindra 65. You know very well you will be looking for Tech Mahindra and not isomotor. Or let's say for that matter, Tech Mahindra and NIT Tech is there. Both are positive, more than 51. But if I have to pick up one stock, I'll be picking it up 65, not 51. Not that NIT Tech will not rally tomorrow or let's say for the rest of the day. But the probability of Tech Mahindra going up is far, far better than NIT Tech going up. The probability of Infi going up is far, far better than NIT Tech going up. So in this time frame I'm talking about. Consensus I'm not talking about. I'm talking about this time frame. So this is how I will be building a kind of a framework, which are the stock that I'm going to look at. So isomotor, so anything below 50 I'm not looking at because I know for sure kahin se ek segment mein it is not giving the proper backup. So that it is falling below 40, say something like this Nestle, it is 45, right? Just look at the numbers that is coming from Nestle. The trend is good, but definitely not the.
Hello. Hello. Yes.
Guys, this is the nth time I'm telling. This is really disrupts the flow. Pardon me if I'm...
Asit sir, one suggestion please. Like, why don't you mute everybody and only during question hour, like we can unmute.
But I have done that. This is the
No,
eighth
no,
time
like
I'm doing that.
it's not like we cannot unmute ourselves like that kind
No,
of.
I've done mute for everyone. I don't know how people are doing it or whatever. Guys, all of you, till the time you don't have questions, please put yourself in mute. Yeah, this is the least we can do, right?
There is a setting you can have that option in which you will not allow participant to unmute yourself. So in the right side menu of...
Give me a second.
Guys, instead of asking us, why can't we just be disciplined? It's just a click of a button. So unless you have a question, it's not unmute ourselves. So we should be more disciplined. We are disturbing everybody's wasting everybody's time.
Yeah, it takes away the flow, guys. But what's the point if you cannot be in the workshop with a small thing we cannot follow? Really disappointing, seriously. I muted everyone, please.
Please don't ask us to mute it. You guys yourself go and hit the mute button. And don't unmute it unless you have a question.
I'm starting again. Please mute yourself. Yeah, so basically, I know which are the stock that I'll be looking for. I'll definitely not take the GMR Infra, let's say Marico, Adani Enterprise, or for that matter, IDFC Bank, IDFC First Bank, because the lot size, I am not very comfortable with the kind of quality of this stock and things like that. But let's say if I were to pick up a couple of stocks, I will be definitely going with Tech Mahindra. Then I need to check out the options category. That will come tomorrow. Then you'll understand why I might choose, let's say, HCL Tech and not Tech Mahindra and things like that. But at the same time, I'll not, if my cutoff, so the thumb rule is that keep it cutoff of 50. If you're more conservative, keep it cutoff of 55. If you want to be doubly conservative, keep a cutoff at around 60. So more the number you go, lesser the script that will come for you in the screening. It's as obvious as this. Something like if you see Nifty, let's say, by no means I'm saying Nifty is not going to rally tomorrow, going up tomorrow and things like that. But if I have limited capital and I want to take the best of the lot, it is we don't need to be Einstein to know which stock we need to pick it up. So this ranking will give us a lot of strength in terms of having the judgment which are the stocks we are going to pick it up. Now that we understand how these trend numbers are getting derived from, and over a period of time when you see कि हाँ जब भी numbers इतना सही आ रहा है, I'll be fine, then you will get more confidence कि मतलब okay fine, let me not pick up 45, 49, 50 kind of thing. I might see tomorrow this HDFC Life might go up 10 rupees, but I'm betting the stock which is having the best of probability of going up or rather rallying for the rest of the day. So that is the game that you're looking at. So how these numbers are coming for the rest of the bucket, I'll be talking about that. But I just wanted to understand that this is how the numbers are getting derived, the weights are getting derived, and over a period of time. So this is one time frame, correct? Now let me take you another slide. I hope you're able to see the slide. Just one confirmation, and then I'll start. You're able to see the multi-time frame slide, right?
Yes. Yes.
Cool, fine. So now look at this. This 2T is 2-day time frame, correct? This 6HR, 6H is nothing but 1-day time frame. We're talking about 9:15 to 3:15 kind of. It's a rolling basis. So basically, it will every 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it will add on the latest 10 minutes and take out the last worst. सबसे पीछे वाला जो 10 minutes रहेगा उस type का. Then we have 1 hour. Then we have 3 hours. It should have been the other way around. 3 hours, then 1 hour and 30 minutes and 15 minutes. Correct. Now, quickly. Now, what we saw over there in the next slide, it is Tech Mahindra in one time frame. I just wanted to make you understand how different buckets are giving us different numbers to arrive at 65. Correct. Now this is one aspect of it. What if I were to compare how Tech Mahindra, so I do not know which date and everything this slide was taken. Now let's say we have an opportunity. Most of the stocks are on the upper time. Okay, this is as of yesterday's, 1 second. Yeah, this is yesterday's this thing, Friday close ka thing. Okay. 1 second. This is Friday close ka. Now look at this thing. Even if even if the index and everything is going down, now if you see, look at this 1 hour time frame. If you see, my cutoff is 50, so anything above 50 only it will show me. I can sort it and I can see only above 50. And similarly, I can sort. So this, okay, I did not. So this 492 is bullish one. Okay, positive sign, no sign, positive sign. 493 is bearish, that is minus sign. Correct. So now that's another thing. For every stock that is having a bull rank, there will be some bear rank also. It is not that each and every indicator is giving a kind of consensus voting. So there are something in certain time frames. So understand the layering now. So we are not looking at one time frame. We are looking at, let's say, 5-6 time frames. B, we are not looking at only the bull rank, but also we are looking at the bear rank. Ki agar itna bull rank hai, to usme bear rank kitna hai. And third, we are giving more weightage to the fact that something which is good in a 6 hour, hourly, and 3 hour ought to be good in a smaller time frame. Now, if I were to choose tomorrow, let's say some stock, let's say Godrej Property, Asian Paints, or something like that, I will go with Grasim. Now, what we see here, what is a higher time frame? These are the stocks which are looking good. And maybe somehow I'm comfortable with Grasim. Maybe I'm somehow comfortable with just a Divis. At least I know that these are the 5-6 stocks that I need to look at. Now, I do take stocks which are 50, 52, 54, 55, 60 also. But what you should be doing, don't go to 50. So increase the quality, increase up to, let's say, 55, 58 kind of thing. So you know all the things that will be coming as a as a scanning, it will be much more quality that will be given to you. Let's say if you have instead of 50 now 60. Now how many stocks will be coming? Very less. And the condition is that out of the all time frames, 15 minutes will have lesser weightage, 30 minutes will have little more weightage, but 3 hour, 1 hour, 6 hour, they will be the core of the weightage kind of thing. See, this 2D is more for a swing trading kind of thing. I know for sure, no matter what, Dr. Reddy, Lupin, Wipro, Cipla, these are the stocks, M&M, Grasim, they are going to go have a, whatever happens to the market, they will do very good in the next 3-4 days kind of period of time. So this thing, so any dip, I will definitely willing to buy kind of thing. Correct. So, but I do not look into 2D for swing trading. I do not ever do any swing trading, to be honest. So there's no point for me to look at swing trading, but at the same time, this is like the mother of all time frames. So agar yahan pe acha hai, I'll just keep an eye ki yahan pe bhi theek thaak hai karke. So that gives me much more confidence. Correct. Now look at Grasim. Now the weightage, if you remember sometime back I had given, you have a 2-day time frame, you have a 5-minute time frame. In 2-day time frame, Grasim has 66, which is way good. But anything above 60 is definitely, again, it's quite good. Now on 66, it has -7. The number of bear rank has dropped down considerably on a 2-day time frame. On a daily time frame, 6 hours is 13. In 1 hour, it is 14. It is -13, -14, and maybe 15 minutes has come down. But this gives me even much more confidence to me. On a higher time frame, mother time frame, Grasim has less number of bear ranks than the rest of the time frames. So now what I'll be doing, let's say tomorrow you see this ranking, what you need to see. I need to see how many stocks, don't go to 50. Start with around 60 kind of thing. How many stocks are above 60? Point number 1. That is rule number 1. And how many stocks are definitely having consensus above 60 in all time frames? Give lesser weightage to other 60 से 59 हो गया, that is okay on a 15-minute time frame, but 30-minute time frame it should not be below 60, that kind of thing. Now just look at it, which are the stock which is above 60 in all time frames. Anyone can check? I think Wipro is figuring out everywhere. It is not there in 1 hour. I think
it's not there in 1 hour. Yeah.
Yes, but at the same time, even if it is not there 1 hour, I will take a lot of confidence with the 2-day time frame for this thing. Even if it corrects or kind of drops down a bit, that is good period to kind of add it back. So this is the only place where discussion will come to place to which stock I need to pick it up. Correct. But at the same time, the job that is getting much easier, I just need to focus on these 5-6 stocks. So you decide which rank you need to fit in, 58, 55, 50, 60, 65, doesn't matter. But higher the ranking in consensus in all time frames, higher the conviction for me to pump in volume. So when I pump in volume, these are the things that I look at. And trust me, these time frames and ranking across time frames gives me a lot of confidence to pick up volume kind of thing. Another thing, don't go long in grassing, but at least you should not be going short in grassing. At least that much you should be doing. Or if you're short, cover your shorts in grassing. For that matter, any stock that is appearing above, let's say 50, 54 kind of thing. So there are two things. A, you can make money by going long in grassing, but that is second step. The first step is that you ought not to be short in grassing because it is bullish in across time frames. Now there is another thing. Now, if you remember the Fox chart that we do it, that is what maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes में हम वो सारे indicators डाल के देखें. Now, understand the reality here. Now, I need to look at grassing in 5 different time frames. So 5 different windows will be coming for charts for me. Correct? But not only grassing, I want to check, let's say take Mahindra, Divis Lab, Wipro, Chola Finance. Do you think it is humanly possible to take out? I'm not saying it is not absolutely impossible, but it makes life much easier for me. So when I pick up stocks for intraday, this thing, once it is above 50, I'll start scalping. 30 minutes में 50 के ऊपर आ गया, I'll scalp and I'm okay to hold it till the time it is not going below in 15 minutes or 5 minutes में below say 50. So as long as 50 is getting hold up in 15 minutes and 5 minutes, I'm good to carry. And only when it is getting percolated to say 1 hour, 3 hour, maybe ranking बढ़ रहा है or maybe 55, 58 हो रहा है, that gives me the confidence. Okay, fine, I can take it. I do not know whether I shared the screen of ranking the previous day for Dr. Reddy when I was telling you this thing. So Dr. Reddy's was about 58 across all time frames. So that gave me the confidence to carry Dr. Reddy. And plus, not only that, I had made money in Dr. Reddy for that day, around say 2 lakhs kind of thing. So again, coming back to the risk management, I was like, fine, the moment 2 lakh 50 is kind of taken out from me as profit, I'll be out. But again, having said that, I had no clue Dr. Reddy will give me 170, 180 points ka gap up. No clue. I was like 30, 40, 50 points to definitely jayega hi jayega. That was the expectations. So there are times bit of luck helps you and makes you earn decent amount of money. There are times I take a lot of bank nifty in anticipation कि 200-300 point के first hour में rally होने वाला है, and bank nifty gaps up by 500 points. Now, did I know 500, 400 points? No, definitely not. Maybe 100, 200 points, yes. But it can happen because of this ranking, the bullishness that gets printed on these numbers, I take a lot of confidence from that. So that is exactly how I work. And plus I tell you, all of you, do not start with 50. Start with maybe 55, 60 kind of thing. That will give you even much more confidence. The number of screens, number of stocks that will come to your watch list will be much lesser, but I'll not be bothered about that. It's okay, but fix a rule, what you need to look at. See, I can adjust myself with 50, 55, 60 because I have many quantities to play with. But if you're choosy and just taking 1, 2 lot kind of thing in, let's say for the next day, for the same day, why not to take only grassing? And then what we're talking about, we're not taking grassing the future. जहाँ पे कि let's say 20 रुपए नीचे खुला तो let's say 20 into 700 का loss. We're talking about grassing के at the money call. 20 रुपए नीचे खुला तो we can add one more quantity because we know it is strong, and plus delta is 0.5. We'll add one more delta, 0.5 delta. So that gives another layer of flexibility if you start operating in option buying thing. I hope I'm making sense in this one. But so this is exactly what is the bullish rank. Now let me come to the bearish rank. 1 second. Yeah, this is the bearish rank for yesterday. Look at HDFC Bank. So today I got delayed because I did not want to show you the पिछले का जो ranking मैंने जो slide में था. So this is as of yesterday. Look at HDFC Bank. Is it above 50? Yes. Is it above all the time frame? Yes. Do you think you should go long? No. You can add short to it? Yes, definitely. So now you can see which are the stocks which are giving me. Look at Bajaj Finserv, 70, minus 66. Whatever, I don't know where exactly it is, but most of the times, Bajaj Finserv in 3 hours it is minus 64. So I'm absolutely fine. At least अगर ये चारों time frames में 3 अगर मुझे confirmations दे रहे कि this is quite bearish, I'm good to go. No worries at all. Look at BankNifty. 59 in 30 minutes. I don't know if I can see. it has to be, it has to be more than 50. It is not showing because a lot of bearish prints that are getting done in the, this thing, but it has to be more than 50, minus 50 kind of thing. 1 second. See, another thing. The moment you see a lot of banks, even if Bank Nifty is not coming because index takes a while to come in this thing, but the moment this is another cue I take. The moment you see a lot of private banks coming into the bearish one, look at HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Bandhan anyway you can ignore. HDFC Kotak I can see, ICICI Bank I can see, State Bank I can see. These are kind of confirmations to you. Okay, fine. Look at this Bank Nifty. I think I need to show you the screen. I'll show you tomorrow. But most of the time, most of the banks come into the picture also. So Bank Nifty is bearish, but also with Bank Nifty, look at this ICICI Bank 54 on hourly basis, which is good enough. Which is good enough for a short kind of thing. Kotak Bank 59, HDFC Bank 60. Canara Bank, I'll obviously not give a lot of weightage and everything, but I do RBL Bank minus 57, SBI minus 57, Kotak Bank minus 64, 6 hourly mein, on a daily time frame, it is minus 64. That is good enough. So all I need, Bank Nifty ka footprint hona chahiye. Now, forget about anything else. I have HDFC Bank more than 50 and it is across time frames. And also in few of the time frames, I have ICICI Bank, I have Kotak Bank, I have State Bank. At least I'll not be long. At least this thing you ought to be sure. This system, this number will not lie. We cannot, we have to be really, really blind to ignore these numbers. I cannot be going long in all these stocks that is appearing in anything above minus 50 kind of thing. So this is the judgment that I take. Now, how much of short and how much of quantity that you need to add, that is something over a period of time. You'll once you get the confidence, you'll keep adding. Okay, fine. Now I know, okay, this is looking bad and I can go for short. So this is the thing. So so for me, I never look at charts. So while I take for the last 90 minutes kind of thing, 2 to 3:30, I just keep checking my these numbers, where exactly the numbers are coming. And I do not give much of weightage to 5 minutes, but yes, 15 minutes a bit. 15 minutes is for me for exit kind of thing. Let's say HDFC Bank is in all time frames is above 50, but on 15 minutes time frame, it has gone below 50, let's say 48 kind of thing. That is a warning sign for me. Maybe the reversal is coming. I may need to put a stop loss. That is how I look at it. But as long as it is above 50 and fluctuating here and there, I have no issue. So this is exactly the ranking for yesterday for bearish one. 1 second. This is the ranking that was there for the bullish one. This is all end of day yesterday. So I know. So another thing that you see, look at the picture. This one, you see the 493, the minus one. There are so many stocks. That talks what market breadth. Much more stocks, quality stocks on the bearish grip kind of thing. Look at the this rank. A quick look, and you know not many stocks are in the bearish, bullish one kind of thing. So that also tells me that if my cutoff is 50, look at this 1 hour mein Godrej CP is the last. Yahan pe Glenmark is last. Yahan pe Godrej CP. Balkis mein hardly 8-10 stocks. But if I look at here, it is like more than say 12-15 in each of the time frames. So that tells me the market breadth. So these are the things that I look at and look at the cues, and this is good enough for me to take my trades and take my trades accordingly to kind of for the next day, for the intraday and things like that. And what else? Yeah. So look at this screen. This is again as of now. This is not latest. This is some previous date. Now, let's say this is Z that is coming at minus 57. This is nothing but summation of this trend minus 15, market width minus 16, momentum 2, volume 5. This is how it is coming. So all these numbers add up and finally Z is coming. So nowadays I do not look at the inside rankings. So my screen is now made up like this. What you see now, I just look at 492 and 493 column, the final ranking, what are looking bearish and bullish. Because by now, after using for 2 years, I know for sure these are the stocks which will look good, either bullish or bearish way, and I don't have to kind of worry about how exactly these things are looking good or bad. The relativity of good or bad can be debated. How much good, how much of bad, that is debated. but at least I would not go wrong in my direction. I will not go wrong in the assessment of the quality of the stock in terms of the strength and weakness, be it the bull or bearish, that doesn't matter. Correct? So this is exactly, I'll be coming to the other components of the ranking, this thing, but I guess, give me a second. I think this is exactly what I kind of look at. I'll show you something. Yeah, look at this time screen. I purposefully kept it. This is, okay, this is this time screen that I had in around before June kind of thing. At that time, the ranking was around maximum 30 kind of thing, not 30, but at max any point of time, it is not more than 25 kind of thing would come over. Correct? Now look at Bank Nifty this day. This is the previous day. Now, what we have as 50 at that point of time, it was around 18, 17, 18 kind of thing. Now, 6 hour, 19, Bank Nifty 3 hour, 20, this was 23, this is 21, this is 23. Are we clear in here? All consensus, right? Now look at, now let's look at a few of the banks. I know for sure if you, let's say this HDFC Bank, yeah, HDFC Bank 20, HDFC Bank 22, HDFC Bank 21, where else? HDFC Bank 22. Till now, all of the HDFC banks are there. Now look at, it might not have here. Axis Bank 16. See, a smaller rank around 18, or let's say around 50 on a higher time frame, smaller matter, closer rank towards 50 or 20 that we discussed now, 18 we discussed now, is all fine. So I'll take confidence from the fact that Axis Bank is 16 in 2-day time frame. That will give me confidence. In this 6 hour time frame, HDFC Bank again is featuring. I think we had 2-3 other stocks I'm not able to see. So what I meant to say, from the Bank Nifty index, a few private banks were also kind of no part of. So all these time frames do have HDFC Bank, and which is more than 20. Bank Nifty is having this thing, and plus, so my scalping kiya tha from 130 to 330, I was positive by around say 5 lakhs in Bank Nifty scalping. So my stop loss becomes 5 lakhs of that day and around 2 lakhs of the previous day, and I pump up volume. So by the time 315 came, I just had a look at Bank Nifty kahan pe figure kar raha hai, and I'm good to go. So this day I took around say 12,000 quantity of Bank Nifty all put together, and next day I think by 9:45 I was at around that 93 lakhs, 92 lakhs of profit water. So this is how, I'm not saying ki this might have, again I expected that Bank Nifty to rally and go to 200 points. It opened at around 270 to 80 points kind of thing. So that was good for me. My target was around say 100 200 points on a say 10-12,000 kind of quantity and everything. I'm getting 200 points, that is more than fine. So I don't need to worry too much ki aur kitna milega, kya milega. All my job the next day by 9:45 10 was that ki I am trailing my stop losses in individual strike price, and that's it, and matter over. So my point I'm trying to make, not that ki every day this kind of keeps coming, but whenever this keeps coming, my confidence is quite good. And my condition that I have is that ki, for that day, if I'm carrying overnight kind of thing, I need to have profit from Bank Nifty. Let's say if I'm taking Bank Nifty on, let's say yesterday grassing or whatever. So this is exactly I take the confidence from. So yesterday I took a lot of Bank Nifty ka put. The reason behind is that look at HDFC Bank, 52, 58. I have sorted Bank Nifty also. So this is exactly gives me confidence ki, irrespective whatever Dow has done, irrespective whatever, Bank Nifty is going to underperform, because obviously the majority component HDFC Bank is looking bad. Correct. Now, and again, one more thing is that when I deal with a lot of quantities, the last thing that I want to plot, say indicators, analyze price action, analyze how exactly in different time frames this thing is looking. All I'm concerned, how good it is looking. So I want to quantify the bullishness or bearishness through a number which is kind of well backtested, and I'm confident about that number. Now tomorrow, if let's say this Bank Nifty is not going down or whatever, so be it. It's okay. I had some profit of the previous day, that becomes my stop loss, and I'm out. So my point is that over a period of time, for the next few months, quarters, or whatever, if we get 100 trades like this, let's say HDFC Bank I have shorted HDFC Bank in huge quantity, let's say, correct? Now I know for sure that HDFC Bank is going down, and we don't need to be intelligent enough to know that HDFC Bank going down, few of the banks in the bearish one, Bank Nifty will underperform, and that is all that I need. I'm not looking at some 1,000 points ka fall. All I need some 200 points, 300 points, and that is good enough for me to make profit. So that is my whole theory of assessing how exactly I can go for it or not. But again, how much quantity to add, how much this thing to do, that is something that you have to take a call. I cannot, the system doesn't tell you, start with 1 to lot, that is more than fine, but don't get influenced by the fact that I 12,000, 8,000 leke rakha hu and all those things. That is not the point. It is up to your capital, it is up to your own risk management, and it is up to your kind of processing of the information. This can go wrong also, against you also. But the probability kya hai? Probability hai, I'll not be long in HDFC Bank, I'll be not long in Bank Nifty or either Nifty. The Bank Nifty is falling, the Nifty will also have impact kind of thing. So this is the assessment that I try to take it from the ranking system. So 1 second. I just want to see what else is left. Yeah. So I think this is exactly I have talked about the trend part. I'll be talking few indicators of momentum, then volatility, and then. So my point is that today we'll try to cover up everything, including the strategy part, so that tomorrow whole day we'll have Fox Trader screen sharing, and I'll show what is there, and we will also be looking at mainly the options part kind of thing. So before we move to the momentum bracket, please ask me any questions if you have. Next 15 minutes, we'll take a break and then we'll start the next segment.
So Asit, it looks like we need to scan through all time frames before entering into a trade, right? Do we get any?
Hello, Asit sir.
Guys, lot of background noise is coming.
Yeah, lot of background noise.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, so do we need to go through, like, of course, we need to go through the scan through all the time frames, or do we get a snapshot like a consolidated screenshot?
Okay, so as of now, Fox was struggling to have it more than 3 time frames. Over a period of time, they have done it to 4, 5, and now they have done it for me for 9. So one single snapshot, it will take a lot of machine. Guys, please, I don't know who's this thing is coming. Lot of background noise here, please. So yeah, I know that will make life much easier,
right.
But I tried to do that sometime back, but the system got hanged really bad. So I would not advise to. It is not possible right now. In future, we'll see, but it's not possible right now.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sunil here.
Yes, sir.
The Bank Nifty and the HDFC Bank example that you gave.
Yes.
Consensus on various banks and Bank Nifty at score of around 20. So was that a signal for turnaround? That's what you are referring to, right?
Now, okay, this 20 is an old screenshot, sir. This is like 3 months back, 2 months back.
Fine.
Okay, so turnaround, this is not turnaround. It is continuation of the momentum.
Okay.
Okay, see the rationale. Okay, just to add on, allow me 2 minutes, everyone. So what is the rationale? It is not you and me who is making Bank Nifty go higher by the last 2 hours kind of thing. It's the FIs and big boys, HNIs and whoever who are pumping quantities to Bank Nifty for anticipating Bank Nifty to go up to another 500, 800,000 points or whatever. So it is almost like we being a small fish swimming along with the big sharks and trying to find direction with it. So try to find out where exactly money is coming in. So if Bank Nifty has gone up, it is not you and me who has made it move. And that way, if it has gone up in across time frames and few of the banks have also gone up, that means a lot of buying that is happening in the Bank Nifty. And there are other systems that I'll show why exactly, what are the cues that I take from. But this is what I look at. Now you bring out, now ranking again, then you look at the open interest part. Then you look at the kind of footprint of delivery based volume in different banks, private banks kind of thing. So these are the cues you can add on the layers to ranking. But for me, ranking comes to solid, say 60-70%. Okay, fine. Now I know I can go long in Bank Nifty. Now I know I can go short in Bank Nifty in that way. So the whole approach is that if this thing is happening, there is going to be a follow through. So I'm playing for the follow through. So that is exactly. And tomorrow, let's say, and there is a risk. I remember in January, if you remember all January or February maybe, this US Army killed Iran ka koi army general or something like that. I don't know how many of you remember.
Yeah.
So that Friday, it happened on a Monday, and Friday ko I remember had gone somewhere and massive profit, some 6-7-8 lakhs ka profit tha Friday ko, and Monday ko till 7:30 SGX fine, Dow everything fine. Suddenly Dow fell by 300 points with this news. SGX fell by 90 points, and BankNifty opened gap down around 300 points. All my 8 lakh profit of the previous day plus around another 4 lakhs or 3 lakhs kind of thing went up. So that's another part of it to look at it. It can happen. So but to counter that, you don't need to go for the quantity that I had gone for. So that is another thing. But this is something black swan. This is something completely unexpected, and I paid a price for it. But I'm game for it. But the point is, out of the 10 times, अगर एक बार black swan होता है, and if I'm carrying my profit for the current day to the next day, I'm safe off. It is not that bothering to me, and it's okay to pay a price for a day or for a 1 time or 2 time out of 10 times kind of thing, and I'm all game for it. That is not an issue. So yeah, so there are times these kind of things do happen. So you just have to keep your quantity, or maybe hedge. I don't like to hedge because I go with the trend. If I'm wrong, my stop loss will hit and come out of it, and I don't expect every day is going to be a black swan. So there's no hedge. My only hedge is that I'll be taking, if I'm taking this thing, I have gone short in few of these stocks that is there in the screen. Let's say Bajaj Finance and everything. I'll go some long also. So in that way, so that is my hedge. But otherwise, I don't like to hedge in the particular. So BankNifty ka call bhi le liya, put bhi le liya. No, I don't do that. I go long, go short, whatever that your system tells. Yeah.
So essentially, yeah, okay.
If one of the stock is running high and the system will show the good ranking, but at one time is at the higher peak, it's about to turn. So will system show that?
Yeah, that's why you have the 15 minutes time frame, no? 15 or 5 minutes depending upon what you look at. The moment it comes below 50, you don't have to have positions in there. So the rationale is that अगर सारे टाइम फ्रेम्स में होना चाहिए तो बेयर मिनिमम 15 मिनट या 5 मिनट में भी होना चाहिए. अगर 5 मिनट या 15 मिनट में ये 50 के नीचे आ रहा है, अगर वहां से रिवर्स होगा तो देयर विल बी लॉट ऑफ नेगेटिव स्कोर विल स्टार्ट ईटिंग द पॉजिटिव स्कोर, सो इट विल कम डाउन बिलो 50. आर यू गेटिंग मी? सो अगर ये 50 के नीचे आ जाता है तो देन आई डोंट नीड टू बी इन दिस थिंग.
Yep. Okay.
Ashish, Saurabh this side.
Yes, Saurabh.
Okay, I have a question regarding the refresh rate on Fox Trader, and it is linked to the ranking increasing or decreasing, maybe going against us. Like in a single screenshot at a certain point in time, you see that a certain rank is there and you are bullish. Maybe after the refresh, 5 minutes, 10 minutes down the line, you see it going down. So how to identify at that point in time when you enter if it is going to go up or going to go down from?
Okay. Yeah. See, there are a few strategies that we're going to discuss now. Okay. And just allow me some time and you'll have a decent understanding what we're looking at. So not necessarily you have to exit based upon a ranking. You can also exit on based upon certain other things that I'm going to talk about. So allow me time for that and we'll be fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Raminder here, just one question. How often this gets refreshed in the system? What is the lag between the actual and what you see on the screen?
Lag is not very much, hardly a couple of seconds maybe. So what I've done, 5, 15 and 30 minutes are automated. So basically on candle close, they'll get refreshed automatically. I have kept 3 hour, 1 hour, 6 hour and 2D on manual mode. So I refresh it on go to the time frame and refresh it. My point is कि 3 घंटा 1 घंटे में इतना जल्दी कोई change नहीं आएगा. Every 15 मिनट में एक बार manually refresh हो जाएगा. That is more than fine. But to create it, guys, if you're not speaking in the forum, please mute yourself. Krishna ji, can you mute yourself?
I'm not speaking, sir.
So I don't know what I was talking.
The refreshing.
Yeah, sure. So yes. So basically, मैं जो लंबा वाला time frame है, say more than 1 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, I don't refresh that automatic mode में, because it eats up lot of RAM space, and that is what I faced initial days. So बड़े वाले time frame, see this bigger time frames is nothing but bigger moving average, like a 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average. You know कि उनका slope इतना जल्दी change नहीं होगा. It takes lot of effort from the price action for their ranking to change. But if they change, they stay for there for a long period of time, a decent period of time. All that will be fluctuating. So this time frames, you can think like, this 2D and 6 hour are like grandfathers of the family. This 1 hour, 3 hour will be the parents, and this 15 minutes, 10 minutes, there will be the small kids. These small kids will run very fast, and you will be seeing a lot of price action is happening. But weightage has to be giving at least for the parent of the house kind of thing, 1 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour kind of thing. So in that way, try to have this 15 minutes and 30 minutes in automatic mode. The moment every 15 minutes it will get refreshed. Keep 5 minutes on the refresh mode also. That is also fine. 30 minutes also you can ignore. Only 5 minutes and 15 minutes. So every 5 minutes candle complete होने के बाद कोई भी rank अगर change होता है, suddenly it will pop up. So no issues with that.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Asif, I have another question. Say if I'm doing positional trading and using EOD version of Fox, so in that case, like instead of 15 or 30, can I add weekly or something?
Absolutely. What you can do daily, maybe put hourly as the minimum, this thing, hourly, daily, 3-day, hourly, daily, 2-day, and weekly kind of thing that you can do. But one thing I would like to tell Rajesh, and this is honest, this thing, I have never used this system on a weekly basis or whatever. I'm damn sure theoretically the way it has been constructed, it will reflect the same kind of nuances what I look at in smaller time frame, but I've never traded, so I might not be able to tell you in a lot of confidence the way I can tell you in shorter time frames and things like that. But having said that, the building is same, the infrastructure is the same, so it's no doubt it will not work in this thing. But yeah, you need to check for swing trading. See, hourly, daily, 2-day, so definitely there is no issues. Weekly, I have never tried, but if you can see hourly, daily, and 2-day, I am anyway put it in front of you, so that I check on a daily basis every now and then. Weekly, I have not checked. We need to check on that.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Asad, can I go next?
Yeah.
So the question is, see, as per your ranking, let's say on the 2-day and 6-month time frame, you have a bullish and bearish stocks positionally, but on the shorter time frame, there are cases where the stock will open gap up and then consolidates for the rest of the day. So there will be a huge jump to say the short time frame ranking of 65, 70, but then it fizzles out. So in that case, do you hold it positionally for next couple of days, or you square off the same day?
No, see most of the time it is as I told you, like, so this is what I do. I look at the stocks that I've carried for. I always carry stocks overnight. Let me be very honest and candid. I obviously trade a lot of stocks overnight, provided they have a lot of decent M2M to contribute and things like that. Now stocks gap up and rally, and there are a few things. Please, somebody, Mandar, if you can note it down. One is ATR concept we'll discuss. That will tell you how exactly we can exit at what point of time. We can discuss about a couple of other things, which is like, what is that, ADX 40 kind of thing. So there are a few things I look at, and if the M2M I'm satisfied with, for me, it is an inventory of stock that matters. A PNL, the M2M that is coming from inventory of the positions that I've taken from last day, that matters rather than individual stocks. So just yesterday, people have seen CO4s I had taken. CO4s gave me loss of around 1 lakh across all accounts. I kind of exited. The day before, CO4s was looking very good. So this will happen time to time. So basically, it ought to be having a portfolio stock. You cannot have just one stock. Try to think if I have 5 stocks, 2 long, 2 short, at least I'm sure कि एक दो अगर नहीं चलेगा बाकी जो दो तीन चलेंगे that will take care of not only the वो एक दो का loss but that will give you much more profit kind of thing. The point is कि people might stop trading all day on the system and then the system will not give you the right return. You cannot be pick and choose kind of thing. If you're trading, not necessarily it has to be heavy quantity, small quantity, do it cash, that is also fine. But you have to give observations to it, whether it is coming up to be good or not. And it's only with maybe see, it's not that 3 years back, 2 years back, I was having 12,000, 15,000, 20,000 BankNifty overnight thing. And it takes a lot of guts to carry this kind of quantity. But this is not guts. It has over a period of time, it has brought me a lot of confidence on the system. Okay, fine. This is happening. Maybe this is going to work out. Then what I added to my risk management is that only when the stock is giving me profit, I'll carry for the next day. Else I'll not be able to carry. So that is another thing that I kind of not do. So that helps me. Okay, fine. Agar loss ho jata hai, something goes wrong, there is always a 4-5 lakh buffer and things like that. If my profit is not there in my account, then my position sizing will go down drastically. So that is how it is.
Thank you, Asit.
Asif bhai, can we go to the indicator slide?
Yeah. This one?
Yeah. So Asif bhai, here, trend following, okay, you have a lot of indicators around 8 to 9. So basically, I think like for a higher time frame, like on a daily time frame, we can use an Hull moving average to see whether a stock is up or down. And then on a smaller time frame, we can use the 821 crossover. Is that the kind of logic behind having so many trend following?
Yes, it's there. So basically, 821 is there. I missed out 34 EMA. So 34 EMA is also there. Let me just put it down. I don't know why it is down. Give me a second. And not only that, there is some kind of weightage that is has been given if smaller time frames are crossing higher, smaller moving averages crossing higher moving average kind of thing.
Options like.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Asif bhai, okay, I got the trend part of it, but I'm a little concerned about the momentum part. Because here, like RSI and stochastic, so basically they measure almost the same thing.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I told you, it's all about confirmation. I know this will not give much more this thing, but I'm okay with it. See, let's say there's some people who have done. I've given a decent rationale what I do. So some people have created that thing in Python and Excel, and they have taken out quite a few indicators. They have put their own this thing, and they have built their own system. So that is okay. See, for me, it's just that I need a lot of voting. I need a lot of consensus. That is why I get your point what you're saying, but it's just for ek wala do kind of thing. Even if they say the same.
So
thing.
You want all the stars to be aligned before you take the trade.
Yes. Okay. So that is the only thing. But what if the point that you're making is absolutely fine. I understand that. That is the only.
Asif bhai, one more thing now. For example, if you see Grasim stock that you took for an example that is moved up. So over a period of time, if you see what will happen is first the crossing of 50 will be in 15-minute time frame, and then when in 15 minutes it goes to
yes.
So it's going to go up, right? So where do you start tracking from? I mean, do you start tracking from the higher time frame to the lower time frame?
No. It is always from the lower time frame. See, there are two conditions that can happen. A, the stock is not at all in the radar. Suddenly it comes to the radar. On a 5 minute, 15 minute. There, I'll walk you through. There are around 5-10 scanners that I'm going to talk about, ranking just one part of it. Then you see that same stock getting stamped up on different scans. So then you take interest. But the point is in a stock and this thing is that you cannot take until unless it is so. Grasim, I would not like to see. There's another thing. Market is bearish. It is not looking that bullish and things like that. I'll try to be a little more conservative and taking many lots in Grasim, even if it is good. So that is a judgment that I'll bring to myself. I do not know. There's a weekend. There's something India-Pakistan ka kuch ho raha tha. I don't want to be in the long side too much. Are you getting me? So that is one assessment that I would rather kind of know what if there is a gap down and things like that, which I'm expecting on Monday kind of thing. So so the market breadth and the tricks indicator that I check, that also influence my decision whether I should carry or not carry. So that is there.
Correct.
Yeah. So just because it is in ranking, just that is not enough that you carry pump in volume and everything. Market is looking bullish, Dow is looking good. Let's say there is nothing to geopolitical so tic tac hai, and market is rallying kind of. Yes, you can pump in volume. You can take. So you need to know when to accelerate. The road is clean. There is no traffic. There is no vehicle. You can go at 100. There is a lot of traffic. There is a lot of this thing will come down to 50, even if you have a Ferrari. Are you getting my point? So that is exactly the point. So just because you have a good utensil, but a good instrument system, that doesn't mean you can run too high kind of thing. So,
yeah. So what I was trying to get is, for example, Grasim popped out on 15 minutes, after some time on 30, then 3, then 1, then the 2 day. So you're alerted that, okay, this is something that is moving up.
Yes.
So then do you wait for it to go away from the 5 and from the 15, because that's the actual pullback? I mean, does it work so slowly and so methodically, or you have to be little more confident?
It goes away. See, 5 is very whisper. It can go up from 5 very quickly and can come back to 5 again. But 15 से जाने के लिए time लगता है. But I do not wait for 15. What I look for each of these stock, this is the standard rule. 8 is going below 21 and a 5-minute time frame, I'm out. So that is what I look at for exit. So my point is, my strength is my entry is in a multi-time frame consensus or less smaller time frame में बहुत अच्छा ranking आ रहा है, and slowly steadily it is getting populated to higher time frames. So I'll always enter in a strength and always exit in a smaller time frame to weakness. I'll not wait for a 15-minute का time frame पे 821 crossover हो. I would rather kind of exit in 821 का crossover का exit में. See, the point is, the point is, agar if we make, see, losses are going to be there. It is all about how much of less of loss we can make, because the lesser the loss that we can commit, the more the chances we have to come back to the same trade again in some other time, maybe 30 minutes back, after 30 minutes or 1 hour kind of thing. ये हो सकता है 30-40 minutes के लिए the stock goes to sideways and everything.
So would you actually open Grasim's chart once it pops up on your ranking system?
No.
Okay.
That will not do. The only thing I have is scanner for 821. अगर वहाँ पे sell आ जाता है तो I'll be out.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, Asif, one question. Like in this case of Grasim is showing long, but the market is not that strong. So, like as a entry trader, would you like to go for this or leave it?
No, don't do. Just keep it intraday. Why we need to carry overnight? Try to reduce the risk. We'll just do it intraday kind of thing. And Grasim started rallying since 12 o'clock, 12:30. I did notice that, but I did not enter because busy with the Dr. ED kind of thing, you can say. But yeah, keep it intraday. Just take it out. And Monday ko jahan pe market खुलेगा, you know which are the stock you need to notice, and you can go for the trade.
Okay, so does it show also the history, like 5 or 15-minute time frame at 12 it's what, 1 it's what, or something like that?
Yes. On the chart you can put the ranking and you can see what is the ranking that was there at certain time frame.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, guys, or we can proceed ahead?
Asif, because you are using more like 30 indicators, does it take some lag to pop up here, or if someone is using maybe 2 or 3 indicators, it might pop up fast?
No. The Fox is definitely has done a great job. The calculation and everything, the background is quite solid. So the refresh rate and everything is quite fine. So it won't take that much of time.
Okay.
Asit, one question.
Yeah.
So you said that you are exiting in the 5 minutes time frame when the 821 crossover happens.
You're right.
But we are just looking at this overall ranking, right?
No, okay, fine. But at the same time, what I was trying to tell you that I have a scanner for 821 crossover, both buy and sell. So in my ranking, if something is good and suddenly it is popping up in an 821 crossover, I can exit. So normally, okay, just I do not want to confuse you too many information and kind of thing. So one of the system that I run here is that every time, let's say 30 minutes is going above 55, I'll enter. And the same thing, if on a 5 minute it is going below, say 52, 51, I'll be exiting. And this is an algo that I run. This kind of continuously keep happening throughout the day. And it is fine with me. So that is one algo that I do, and it is based upon ranking only. So 5 minute में so 10 में से 3-4 बार hit होते हैं, but 5-6 बाकी intraday के लिए they kind of descend. It's a sideways, and it is not on futures. I take 200 cash kind of thing in each of the stock. So it takes into account cash stocks, FN stocks and everything. So that's like a side thing kind of, you can say. So only when those 200 stocks start making money for me, I'll start entering into future kind of thing. So see, position sizing is one of the most critical things that will make you a winner or loser. And trust me, you will be able to spot, even if you don't use ranking and other strategies independently, you'll be able to spot the stock. But how exactly you carry the momentum and how exactly you carry the stock throughout the day for a few hours is really the skill set that you need to have. When to exit, when to book the profit and things like that. So yeah.
Okay, so
Asit, Saurabh this side. Okay, sorry.
So if we are using only ranking system, then means in the lower time frame, if it goes below 50, then we can think of exit, right?
Yes, absolutely. See, I'm not saying it has become weak, but the beginning of weakness will always start from a smaller time frame. So my point is, why do I need to carry a loser? So let it come back. I can again take it up. The only thing is the brokerage, which is I'm okay with. 20 rupees is nothing, but for in lieu of saving 20 rupees, I do not want to kind of carry MTM loss of 5,000. So that is exactly what my rationale is.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Asit, do you have scanners also in Fox Trader along with these ranking system?
Yes.
Inbuilt. Okay.
Yes, I'll be sharing those with you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Ashit.
Yes.
We will be having multiple scripts, say 8-10 script in a 30 minutes time frame. Which one we will choose to enter? Is there any specific criteria?
I didn't get you. Come again.
So we will be having multiple scripts in a 30 frame of above 55. Then which script we have to choose? Is there
Script is there's a universe of 14 script I keep giving to everyone. Create on those scripts. That will be much better.
Yeah, but say 10 scripts are populating in a 30 minutes time frame, and all are above 55. So from these 10 scripts, for which scripts we can go, or in which scripts we
That's
can
up to you.
enter?
You can go for all. You can go for the top ranking जो stock है उसका आप ले लीजिए, depending upon your capital sizing, risk taking ability and everything. So let's say market is all positive. I would have taken. I'll not carry this NTPC. I'll not take this Manappuram, but take Mahindra, Wipro, Ultratech, Siemens. These are all good stocks. Market is falling, but still their ranking is quite good. I will definitely go and buy these stocks. So all depends upon your position sizing that you want to create and what kind of risk parameter that you have in place and those things.
Okay, yeah.
Asit, Venkat here.
Yeah, Venkat.
Yeah, if you can just give us an example, if you want to trade this Grasim, like how will you enter and what, and just a hypothetical trade.
Yes, we'll do that tomorrow. Once the
Okay.
session is getting done, I'll tell you when to enter and things like that.
Sure. Thank you.
Asit, Saurabh this side.
Yeah.
This is a very specific question regarding the data that is going into Fox. I have personally noticed that when I plot super trend on the same data given by Zerodha and plotted on TradingView, and the same data given by Zerodha plotted on Chart IQ, I have seen that super trend behaves very, very abnormally, and I have seen that giving signal on a very different time. Let us say in TradingView it was giving signal at 10 o'clock. In Chart IQ it was giving signal at 11 o'clock. So and then the important point is that Zerodha is feeding the same data into two charting platforms. So now how does it work out for you in Fox Trader?
See, honestly, I've never felt any issue with the data part from Fox. So I have never relied upon broker wala this thing. I just see the setups and everything. But data I use Fox and never had any issue.
Because in my understanding, Fox is just a platform that we install on our system, and the data is fed by the respective brokers.
No, not really. That's not the case. Foxnet is there. Foxnet, अब upstock के बिना जाओगे तो Foxnet will still be working.
Okay, but then when we are going through our broker like Upstock, so the data will be fed by Upstock only, right?
No. Our broker, which broker you're talking about?
I mean, as in like we discussed that we open up with Upstocks, and then we collaborate with the two.
That that off stock opening is only for off stock के साथ इनका link up है तो they give 15 days का kind of some consensus kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's only thing.
But the data when we are trading on Fox Trader, do you do it integrated with Upstocks or the Foxnet?
No, by Fox only. I have never seen Upstock. See, Upstock का जो link up है, that is only for placing orders.
Placing orders, yes, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
But then data is something else you want to say?
That is something else because
okay.
अगर आप Upstocks नहीं ले रहे हो, Foxnet ले रहे हो तो Foxnet भी तो चल रहा है ना.
Right.
So, but that will be costly. So that is the thing.
Okay. So the real time system that Fox Trader offers,
yes,
it comes with the real time data also.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So my point is that what is that? What was I saying? I've seen Fox data with Metastock, and Metastock is coming from Thomson Icon, and these are solid. Thomson Icon is solid, Metastock is solid, so no worries on that.
Yeah. Okay, understood. Great.
Yeah.
One question, like, do you have some list of stock which you are saying, like, don't enter into this, don't enter into that?
Yes.
150,
So
not even if it is showing good, no need because of the wild movement or something.
Something like this Adani port that is popping up everywhere. I'll not go for Adani port. I'll not go through this Power Grid NTPCs. These are all crap stocks. ITC, not this as a. See, we should be having the stocks which are having the propensity to have momentum. But कभी-कभी ये होता है कि थोड़ा चल जाते हैं फिर मतलब बैठ जाएंगे 10 दिन के लिए. मतलब I don't want those stocks to be there in a radar.
Some people like follow like less than 100 rupees, less than 200 rupees.
Yeah, मतलब you just know, मतलब you'll definitely not go into IDFC First Bank, this NTPC Power Grid, मतलब this Sri Cement, Page Industry. Don't go for these stocks.
So do you have that list, or we can just note down by your saying?
No, I said no, I have that, and I'll be sharing that with you all.
Okay, thank you.
Asid bhai, sorry, one more question I have.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the indicators that you have used, so I see that you don't have a liking towards the breakout indicators like the Donner chain channel or, those. So you have not considered kind of statistical or breakout levels or
we have that
kind of.
Let me finish, and then we'll have the answers from you.
Acha. Okay.
Okay. I think we should go to. Yes, tell me.
In the Fox Trader app, I've seen some 20 point something. I missed that because I was my system got stuck.
Okay. What 20 point? I didn't get you.
In the Fox Trader, you open the Fox Trader.
Fox Trader ka slide.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. 1 second.
This one, previous one.
Okay.
This one.
Okay.
I missed this point. Can you come again with it?
Okay, so this is a point that I was referring to. This happened some 3 months back, 2.5 months back. When the BankNifty, at that time, the ranking system had a parameter of 30. Some weightage that I changed, that is how it became around 70, 80 kind of thing right now. So at that point of time, the benchmark was around 18. And at that point of time, this happened. And one day, BankNifty started rallying since 1 o'clock. And this is the ranking that was there. And I had taken some good positions based upon the ranking, and it was fruitful the next day. So that is all. But it's just the consensus in across time frames, and it was meeting the criteria of 1820 on all time frames.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So fine. Let's start with the next one. Give me 5 minutes. I'll just have some water and come back, and we'll start with the momentum bracket, and then we'll discuss.
Asit, one question, please. In the time frame, example, the highest time frame, like Dr. Reddy was showing approximately 70 score. So should we consider the highest number to be something like overbought, or it has become fully mature for the trade?
No. On a 2-day time frame, if the things are going, see, a stock can be overbought for a long period of time.
Okay.
Correct. Just like Dr. Reddy, just like Lupin, whatever that has happened in this thing. So that is fine. See, and the point is, see, it can be overbought, but the fact of the matter, you decide which time frame to exit, 5 minutes or 15 minutes. अगर 5 या 15 मिनट में 8 goes below 21, you exit for the temporarily till the time it is not coming to the buying zone again. So in that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I missed initial part.
What initial part?
Initial part actually. I missed that initial part. I have a question regarding this, that will Foxtrader going to install all the setups and that screener?
Yes, I'll be sharing that with you.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So allow me 5 minutes and we'll kind of come back in 5 minutes time again. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I hope everyone is back, and so let me. Okay, MSCD, RSIDs. Okay, fine. So let me take you to Fox again. Can you see my Fox?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now, all of us know about MSCD, right? So I'm not going to go in detail about the MSCD thing, but let me just tell you again how the numbers are coming. Again, I'm not going to go through each and every momentum indicators, but at least that will give you an kind of idea how this thing, in case you want to go with your own thing, you can do it. Now, all of us know above 0 is positive, below 0 is negative, correct? So let's say at this point it will be positive, this point it will be negative. Now, there's another thing we're talking about MACD and MACD average. Now let's say MACD is below the average, it is negative. MACD is above the average, it is positive, correct? Now, where exactly this MACD is going above average and where exactly it is going below kind of average, that also matters. Okay. Now, something like this. Can you see this white line, my cursor here?
Yes.
Okay, let's say something like this. If you see, right now at this point of time, my price is above, the position that I'm talking about, it is above 0 line +2, and MACD is also above MACD average +2. So this will give me a weightage of 4. Correct? At this point, it is above 0 line +2, but it is below your average MACD average. How much it will give me? -2.
Yes.
Any doubt, guys? We can discuss. But
zero, right?
Yeah, it will be 0. But another thing, another this thing, if the MACD slope is going down, it will be negative -2. If the MACD slope is going up, it will be +2. Now, if you add that up, what is the slope here? It is going down.
Yes.
Yeah,
correct.
-2.
So here
Yeah,
my score will
-2.
correct. Here my score will be how much? -2. So just think about this scenario. At this point of time, this is above 0. We are talking about +2. It is above, sorry, it is below your MACD average -2. That made it 0. But the slope is downwards, correct? That will be -2. So here, if I ask you what is the score that is coming, all this while this will be -2. At this point of time, it will be
-4.
-4, exactly. At this point of time,
-2.
Tell me how.
0.
Guys, you really need to take care of your surrounding, please. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, you need to. Yeah, so that's exactly. So here the positive crossover is there. We have a +2, but at the same time it is below 0. Correct?
Yes.
But at the same time, look at the slope. It is going upward. What if we can quantify the slope? What if we can quantify the slope that the weight is going down? So at this point of time, as per the rules, it is below 0 line. That is coming -2. It is above the MACD average +2. The slope is upward +2. So it will be coming +2. Are we clear here?
Yes.
Yes,
right.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, at this point of time, and I just spared like 5 minutes, I think then we'll understand the concept and what we're looking at. At this point of time, it is below the average -2, below 0 -2. The slope is downward -2. It will be -6. Now, can you just look at the candles upward? Do you think this -6 quantifies the kind of momentum that is going upward, or whatever that is happening upward? So if I scan, there's a simple scan. Just tell me which are the stock which is +6 -6, +2, -2, +4, -4. You know which one you need to score. The +6 and -6 will give the maximum impetus to your overall ranking, correct? If that is happening over a period of time, all time frames, your number will pop up. So it is not one time frame that you're looking at. See, in one time frame, it can happen the slope is down, but the other time frame, it is be flattish. So again, what we're eradicating is that we are not getting biased with just one time frame. We're trying to have the consensus in all the time frames. So this kind of slope, having in all time frames, then only I will have a -6 ranking. And then only my ranking will keep happening over a period of time, over time frames. And that is how my momentum, say, the ranking area, that will keep going up. Else it will never be going up. Over a period of year, do you see any slope?
No, we don't see any slope.
It will not be +2, -2. So the slope वाला से जो हमें numbering आ रहा था, it will nothing. The only thing that will have an MACD and MACD line, अगर यहाँ पे पूरा एकदम, so if you just look at this, what is the price action telling you? Positive, negative, sideways, whatever. Sideways, correct?
Sideways.
Bit bearishness.
Sideways.
So that's exactly my point is, why do I need to look at the chart? Now, I'm not justifying chart looking is good or bad. That is not my objective here. But my point is that I just figured out a way so that, I can avoid looking at charts. And not only that, I do not have to look into charts, let's say 50, 60 stocks that I trade. And in a quick span of time, with seeing the number, I know where do I stand. And that's exactly what my point of view. Over here, just see there is a slope that is happening and look at the price action. Again, till the time the slope is went down, it's kind of, but here the bias is bullish. Here the bias is bearish. Look at here. Just when it is going up, your super trend will start giving further number. यहाँ पे सिर्फ this super trend was giving you some positive bias, but here there are 2 super trends, 3 super trends giving you positive bias. So my point is, yes, I might not be completely getting this bottom and ekdam the top. That is not my objective at all. But my point of fact is that I want to have a voting mechanism from different time frames based upon indicators and based upon different weightage, so that I can find out a point and have a consensus of which are the stock I need to look at the end of the day. Your machines and your algos and everything, they need to decide for yourself. All you need to decide, the analysis part and everything, is to how good the number that machine is throwing up. You still have issues, go whichever 2 stocks. I'm not saying blindly stop looking at the charts. Don't do that. Just go to the chart and see your own system. Most certainly it will be in alignment or whatever that you might be wanting to look at. So this is how the numbers that I try to flow in from MACD. The maximum would be -6, a point like this. The maximum positive will be +6, a point like this. Any doubt on MACD scoring?
Asit bhai, I think you're able to achieve this just by the histogram, right? I mean, you actually don't even need the 2.
No, yeah, that is, of course, that is there. It's just that I wanted to make a description so you can understand better. So that is true.
Yeah, understood, Asit bhai.
But at the same time, I also want to look at where the crossover is happening, below 0 line and above 0 line.
Okay.
So yeah.
So all this you have coded into Fox?
In the ranking, yes.
In the ranking.
Yeah.
What language does it use, Fox?
No, it doesn't use any language. It is a simple, whatever conditions-based language, you can say. No language.
Format. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope this is clear. Any doubt, please let me know, else we can move on.
After this was good.
Yeah. Yeah, please. Anyone?
Yeah, I'll go. So I'm clear about this the weightage that you've given to the parameters. So each parameter will have a predefined weightage in the ranking system, right? Like MACD will have certain weightage, super trend will have certain weightage.
Yes, yes.
And so you're saying that you don't need to refer to the chart, but to enter a trade, won't the chart give us a better visual representation instead of screening each and every parameter? I mean,
yeah, it can. See, I'm not saying it will not, but it's just that personally, I have not looked. See, how do I look at 50 stocks and find a decision which one I need to look at? So that is where I'm coming from. I'm not saying I'm by no
but then how do you decide the? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, you said.
No, I was asking, how do you decide the entry point? Like, what should be your buy price? Say if you're trying to go long, this is the ranking system and the parameters.
So
then how do you decide the entry point or the buy price?
15. Okay, buy price I'm not concerned about, to be honest. All I look at on a 15-minute time frame, it is at least 50, 55, 54 kind of thing. That is fine. I'll start testing the water. See, I don't make money from the way I look at trading. It is never from one lot or two lot kind of thing. It's about scalping, scalping not like BankNifty scalping, but over a period of time, once a stock starts moving in a direction, how do you manage the trade by adding one quantity with Dow theory? I'll talk about scalping a bit and I will understand when to add quantity kind of thing. But that gives this thing. So 15-minute ranking may it has, see, until somebody has a run up like Dr. Reddy what it had yesterday, not all the time frames my ranking will be more than 60. Are you getting me? So slowly, steadily, it will start from 15 minutes, 30 minutes, then say 1 hour. Then slowly, steadily, you can understand that all time frames when this is looking good. So at least you can spot out, okay, these are the 5 stocks I need to look at. These are the 10 stocks I need to look at from both long and short. And you can start entering depending upon whatever, less than a 15-minute time frame, it is more than say 55 kind of thing. And the moment, if you're conservative, 5-minute time frame, 15 time frame, it is going below 50, the trade is over. Correct. And the point is key, I'm not asking anyone to buy futures. Futures means the delta will be 1. What I'm trying to say, buy ATM call. So even if some retracement is happening, the place of the falling price in a option buying, it will be much lesser and you can still hold on to it. The M2M will not start impacting. The gain starts happening when it starts moving in your direction. You get into 0.4 delta and try to make it to 0.78, 0.8 kind of a delta. So that is the point where we actually make the money kind of thing, you can say.
Okay, right. So the screening, the ranking system based along with the freaks or the delta that we'll get, that will decide the entry point for the trade.
Once we finish options tomorrow, if you connect the dot, then you'll understand, okay, fine, this is how it makes sense. The first, what I'm trying to say, first you understand what to trade and what not to trade. That will be kind of done by the ranking. Once that is taken care of, how to trade we'll talk about tomorrow through options.
Okay, just lastly, one thing I wanted to add is, do we need to know the weightage that you've assigned to each and every parameter?
No.
Or it's not required?
Not required, and I'll not be telling also.
No. Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Asit, I had a question. So just, you said like you are using different indicators, but is it consistent? Are the rules consistent across all the time frames, or, depending on the time frame, like, for example, 821 EMA is there. It may change, the crossover may change in higher time frames, or...
See, there are a few things that have changed depending upon what, So, okay, for that matter, for the record, RSI, normally the default is 14. I don't use 14, I use 11. Okay. Now, that is more reactive to anything that we do. Super trend people might have different settings. I have a 10-3, 14-2, 21-1. That is what I look at.
Okay.
So yeah, in that way, few of the things.
But it is consistent across all the time frames.
Yes. Time frames across, it is all consistent.
For one time frame, you won't be using
no.
one.
Yes.
Okay,
then they'll not be standing in the same platform.
No? Because I thought like maybe when we go to 2 days time frame, like it may be different. Like MA.
No.
Okay.
Same.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So this is so we're coming to RSI now. I think MACD, this thing is clear, like how we are kind of now dissecting it. I hope it is clear. If you still feel anything, let me know. Else we can start with RSI.
Yes, it's all clear.
Okay, 2 things. In RSI, what I look at is now there are 2 things. If RSI is above 50, +1, RSI below 50, -1. It's as simple as that. And RSI is above RSI average +2, RSI below RSI average -2. The total maximum rank from RSI that I will be getting is, let's say, +3 and -3 kind of thing. Correct? If RSI, I'll be talking about, just remind me anyone, I'll give around 10 minutes, 15 minutes to RSI scanner and I'll show you what I look at. But basically, this is what I look at in kind of MACD and RSI. And RSI is much more simpler, obviously, because it's just two parameters, above 50 and, I'm sorry, above 50, below 50, and above 60 and below 40. So above 60, it goes to +2, and above below 40, it goes to -2. And your RSI and RSI average remains the same. So there is no other parameter in kind of RSI. So this is how kind of I start looking at it. The one thing that I have added, RSI more than 70 and falling, it will be -3. And RSI below, say, 30 and going up and cutting above 30, it is +3, because it will be catching the momentum much better, and it will become a mean reverting play. So these parameters try to. So whenever somebody was saying, how come if somebody is keep rallying and suddenly there is pullback happening, how exactly it will have? This is how it kind of takes into the oversold and overbought kind of situations. So this talks between kind of this 60 range, 60 and say 40 के range के बीच में जो भी weightage है, वो 70 के ऊपर नीचे drop होने लगा तो the weightage goes below much higher, because it will start eating up all the positive prints in the whole scoring. So that is one way to look at the mean reverting system, you can say, in RSI. So yeah, this is MACD and this is RSI. I wanted to show you a couple of scans, and I'll give you and I'll share you those scans with you all. I think just keep a note if you want to. Let me just get back to the PPT. Can you see my PPT now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So I think most of the rest of the things are kind of default. This MACD, RSI, ADS I'll be talking about in the strategy itself. ROC, KST, I think these are all basic things, all default. You can have an idea how we can be. I'll be talking about R slope a bit, but rest everything is kind of by default, so nothing to add too much about it. But what I want to add here is RSI standalone basis scans. Let me just, okay, fine. Before that, give me a second. So this is my Fox desktop. Can you see the screen now? This PPT slide, TMV ranking system defined.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Just spend 5 minutes what I'm trying to show you, and this is exactly gives me a lot of cues how to go long, short, whatever that is there. So if you see the left hand side, this left hand side is nothing but 15 minutes, 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 3 hour, and 6 hour. This is the time frames that I look at for intraday position, whatever that is there. There is one scan based on MACD, stochastics, and RSI. The left hand side. I know the font and everything is very small, but all I'm trying to say, these are the scans that I do by sell ka jo bhi aata hai. That is look at the kind of ranking. So this has to be in consensus kind of thing. Then what I look at it, if you see the right hand side, are you able to see the right hand side? Here, this is market watch, jahan pe ki these bars and these circles are all coming. Okay. In this market watch, what I look at it, there's absolute percentage change. Let's say all of us do know about ATR, right? Average true range. This is last 14 days mein average kya reh raha hai in terms of absolute change kind of thing. Let's say Bajaj Finance ka absolute change is around say 60 points. Every day it will move up and down 60 points. So let's say you saw already Bajaj Finance is up by 100 points. There is not much of risk reward that is left out for you to kind of fight with Bajaj Finance to make money out of it. So try to find out. So this is exactly another point what I'm very, very happy with taking overnight positions. The stocks which are in a good momentum, which might have the possibility to rally up, within first 30 minutes, they go and exhaust that ATR. 30, 40, 50 जो जिसका होगा वो अगर जैसे Nifty का 50 point का ATR है, and Nifty is looking bullish and it is coming in all time frames of previous day, you scalped it and you are making profit and there is no so-called black swan. Nifty no time will open 60, 70 points kind of thing. Now the point of that is that Once it is 60, 70 points and I already have positions and Nifty ka ATR is less than 50 points hypothetically, it doesn't give me much of, emotional and financial bandwidth to gain few more points on Nifty. I would completely take off my positions in Nifty and I'll wait for retracement to come back, and then I'll reassess the situation whether it is still bullish or it is sideways and things like that. So this ATR concept, and there are times like yesterday when Dr. Reddy ATR might be 100 and it has gone to say 400 rupees. Those days also there, but they're obviously rarity. Most of the time, these stocks will respect this ATR figure. So there are 2-3 things you need to observe. One is what is the absolute change and what is the ATR comparison between that. Let's say agar ATR does say absolute change 2 hai, you still can play it if the ranking is giving you a decent number. If the ranking is 60 and 10 out of 9 is exhausted, ATR is 10 and absolute change for that day is 9, don't get into the stock. This is pure bull trap. You get into the stock will go to sideways most of the times. It might go up to another 10 points also, I'm not saying that, but most of the times, in probability, out of 10 points, 9 is done for the day, by first half an hour. Rest of the time, it will be choppy or it will just profit booking or it will not have such indecisive move. But what your ranking will show, the ranking will show it has already moved up. So there are times, even if the ranking is showing very good, just do check with the ATR thing. So that is one thing that you need to check before taking a trade. Number one. Number two, so this is what I check in this market watch. If you see the cursor where it is moving right now, this is a market watch and I check absolute change, point change and ATR and things like that and try to make a call out of that intraday position. Now comes the second one. This is a pivot watch. This I check like every day, every time any stock is there, I do keep checking this pivot point. If the stock has already opened at R2, you can expect it to go to R3 kind of thing, putting a stop loss just below R2 kind of thing, correct? It has opened, it has just crossed R1 and suddenly ranking is also looking good. Take a trade. The most certainty the stock might go to R2. And suddenly if you see ranking is good and R1 is giving resistance, don't enter the stock for long position because it is not going to give you reward. These are the few nuances that you need to pick up where exactly the stock is positioned at. I can obviously put a pivot curve watch and see which stock is doing where, but honestly, I don't find that efficient because I just have to find out the number, what is the R1, R2, R3, and what is the S1, S2, S3. That is all that I am looking at. So this is number 2. Now, most importantly, let me enlarge this size of this screen so that, give me a second, guys. I'll show you the live market in some. Now, can you see the slide now? I'm talking about the bottom corner thing. Anyone, guys?
Yeah, we can see.
Yeah, perfect.
IndusInd Bank, right?
IndusInd Bank.
Yeah, the current month all future watch.
No, I'm actually trying to show you the current month future events watch.
Yes, events watch. Yeah.
Days low, days high, and all those things.
No, we can see.
What are you able to see right now? Tell me.
Number 4, current month all future watch, events watch, and then number 3, current month.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. No problem. That's fine. Okay. Good. So, so this is not a scanner. This is events watch, and this has helped me immensely. There's a lot of time, a lot of stocks before it comes to ranking, it starts coming to this events watch. Now, tell me, after the 150 stocks, how do I know which stock is crossing R1? Most of the times, if R1 is getting crossed, 80% it has a probability to go to R2. Correct? Now, I scan for those stocks which is going above R1 and going below S1 with volume. If that happens, it is a 80% probability, and let's say the ranking is supporting me and pivots anyway, I know that this is going below R1 and S1 kind of thing. I can go and take a long and short kind of thing. This is purely intraday, no bias. Just keep your stop loss below R1 and keep a stop loss above S1 long short ke liye, and just pay this thing. Quickly, what will happen? If you see Chola Finance days low, suddenly you see 10 times it will be coming Chola Finance day low, day low, day low, day low. You know it is cracking. I don't need to see the chart. I just know it is broken S1. It is hitting days low. Just a quick glance on a 5-minute ranking. It is more than -50. I'm good to short the Chola Finance kind of thing. And with not an expectations ki I'll carry it for next 2 hours, 3 hours, even half an hour ka trade, it is good for me. 10.8 point नीचे आ गया, 1200 quantity है, 8-10,000, it is good. There is at least 10-15 times this happens that this stock, that stock is going above R1 and R2 and things like that. Many times when I do scalping for the second half of the day, the stocks which is below S1, cracking below S1's days low ranking is going up. It is a sure short for the next day. And I carry a lot of them. And it gives a decent amount, might not be pumping too much quantity, that's a different thing. But it will definitely give me a decent amount of kind of idea which are the stocks which are looking peak and things like that. And to top it up, stock is below S1, stock is cracking in the last 1 hour, and ranking may it is bearish all through time frames. It is like 95% probability. So I'm not looking at any. So ranking may hai, so you can put few other scanners and you can still check, but this is a pure sort of probability that I can. Somebody who doesn't want to carry overnight, that's absolutely fine. Say 2 to 3:30, where the maximum volume comes to the picture, short it and square up everything before 3:30. Matter over. But somebody who wants to carry for next day and things like that, you can always see this kind of trade. This is one thing that I keep looking at it, because maximum volume, trust me, comes between 9:15 to say 11 times and 2 to 3:30, 2:30 to 3:30 के बीच में. उससे पहले उससे बाद में नहीं आता है. So I'll wait for the zone to come in. See, you cannot fight the market if the volume is not there. So you have to have volume for each of the script, each of the indices to trade. So just to re-summarize whatever that I've talked about, first I'll be checking the kind of ranking. I'll be checking what is the, just a second, let me just put here. I'll be checking the pivot watch, where exactly in pivot it is there. If it has gone from S1 to S2 and taking support at S2, it will be foolish to short at S2. It's as simple as that. But how do I know what is the S2 figure? So if I'm shorting, let's say Bajaj Finance, I'll quickly check what is the S1, S2 for Bajaj Finance. I know where to cover my shorts. If you remember yesterday when I was telling about bank, if you don't go short here and don't buy the put, it is one of the reasons. It was close to S2 kind of thing. I did not want to buy put there. It will you play for a kind of a mean reverting kind of thing. A stock that has run up too much too quick and too soon kind of thing. It is close to an R2 and it is not crossing R2. Just going short R2, putting a stop loss few points above, will get decent amount of retracement from there. But now ask yourself, if you do not have a live scanner, if you do not have a system, how exactly you will find out which stock is crossing R1, R2 and which stocks is crossing S1, S2? Crossing going below S1 and S2. So that is where the software come to handy kind of thing. So what confirmation I'll have, I'll see the stock is cracking, I'll see the quick 5-minute, 15-minute ranking, I'll see the pivot, S1, S2 se niche ja raha hai, whatever that is happening, and that's good enough for me. And please understand, these are all intraday, pure 30-40 minute, 1 hour, 2 hour trade. You get 10, 15, 20 points, you move out of it. And that is good enough trade for, even if you get one trade a day like this, you kind of know, you'll be absolutely fine. But the point is, we will not take long closer to say R2 or R1. Let it cross R1, R2. Let it cross below S2. Go short then. And you have reference for ranking. You have other scans to confirm, and you either pump up volume or you can square up your profit before the end of the day and things like that. This is exactly what it is. So this is what I wanted to show. So this system gives me not only the ranking, I now have my own independent scans, and plus to top it up, I have this chart. This charts whatever that you're seeing. Let me just enlarge a bit. So this chart that you're seeing right now, there are few strategies on BankNifty, ATS stochastics, volume candle breakout, MACD, this EIS and alligator, this thing. I just keep checking on different basis mein where exactly BankNifty, what is it doing? Fractal ho gaya, RSI ho gaya, and things like that. And the second side mein, the BankNifty ke side, I'm talking about just look at my cursor. So what I've done, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank, Axis Bank, IndusInd Bank, all the private banks, these are all in front of me. Where exactly are they positioned? So obviously I play with Bank Nifty quite a bit. So this strategy is individual based upon Bank Nifty, and individual stock on HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, and all these things gives me a lot of leverage. Okay, fine. I know where exactly. This is the only place I look at chart, but I do not look at the candle. I look at the indicators more. Candles are fine, but I look at where exactly these are placed, kind of thing. Any queries on this slide? So this is my intraday desktop system in Fox, which I use everyday basis, you can say.
Asit, could you please summarize the ATR thing? ATR and
okay, ATR is nothing, average true range. That will be a range of last 14 days.
Yeah.
Correct. So every stock has a ATR figure. Correct. Now, most certainly it happens, the stock will consolidate around ATR or will go back and will come back to ATR zone, and that is the maximum. It is just like if you compare a dog to a just stock to a car kind of thing. Every car has, let's say, maximum fuel tank, itna hi chal sakta, something like that. It will run up to that much. Then after that, the momentum will die. It will start mean reverting. It will come back to the mean kind of thing. So those period of time, not that it is not bullish and not that it is not bearish, but I'll not be overly bearish and bullish at that point of time if the ATR figure is already exhausted by more than 80-90% kind of thing. There is not much of juice left for you to be emotionally and financially invested in that stock. Look for better opportunity. So if there are two stocks having, let's say, 60K rank, one ATR 50% exhaustion, one ATR 90% exhaustion, I'll go for the 50% exhaustion because the probability of that going up to the ATR is much higher. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
Not that I'm saying that the 90% wala nahi bhagega, that can also go up, but it's about probability. We do not have to take chances. We'll try to take out how many script we will kind of give us more probability return kind of thing.
Asit, on your market watch, where is ATR?
I'm sorry?
On your market watch, where is ATR?
It might be somewhere just a snapshot, so it is not showing here. So this market watch I'll show you tomorrow maybe. I'll show you what exactly that, not tomorrow, maybe on a live market I'll show you what I look at. There's another thing that I like about this market watch, there is something a latest event and candle pattern. So whoever is wanting to see what kind of candle is getting formed real-time basis, that kind of candle name will keep popping up. And open interest is going up, down, volume crossing last 5 days, 3 days. Those are the latest events that will keep coming. So these are the cues that I look at rather than looking at chart. I hope I'm trying to, so these are all data, these are all informations. Where exactly this chart is placed, where exactly this candle is kind of placed, pivot mein kahan pe place hai, volume mein where exactly it is kind of breaking down. So if you see, there is a pink line, there is a orange line, this volume breakout ko like chart hai yahan pe. Look at my cursor. So this is a selling line. So below this, I'll not be kind of bullish. Above this, I'll not be bearish. So this is a volume candle breakout for me, and this again kind of a bit of proprietary whatever that I've done, and it gives me a lot of cues where exactly below this pink line, if it is cracking down, I'll go for a short, taking the maximum maybe few points upper. If you see, there is a sell signal has come also on the volume candle breakout, and after that, look at the fall it has had. Every time it goes up, the volume candle ka reference point ka upper, it will go up. So these are the cues that I take as a kind of what are the things that I'm looking at kind of thing, you can say. And same thing, volume candle breakout mein I keep scanner here, and this scanner gives me jahan pe volume candle breakout mein buy sell aa raha hai types. So yeah, so for me scanners are important. For me the data is important. The pivot watch is important. Comparison to absolute value to the, let's say, ATR value, that is important, and the events was that is happening in the bottom panel, that is also important. Before it comes to ranking, before it comes to pivot, everything it start fluctuating in this one. Suddenly there will become a Reliance is going up. Suddenly you see Reliance on 5-minute candle may start popping up into 55, 57, 58, and it will start populating 15 days. You know ki, okay, maybe Reliance is under radar right now. So that is how I look at those stocks intraday basis mein.
Asif bhai, in web-based scanners like charting, so you will get to know if some stock is crossing a pivot, like you can write conditions.
of course.
If the 5-minute close is above pivot, it comes
Yes,
up
yes,
on the
of course.
scanner.
Yes,
But
yes.
here I'm seeing in your event watch on the Fox, it's a very detailed description comes like bounce back from day's low. So is that something that you have written that so many points above the day's low it's
This is
considered a
all.
bounce back?
This
Or
is no. This is all part of the game. You can say, well, this is all pre-condition. It is given in over there. Now, allow me 2 minutes. Let me share. Can you see my Fox now?
no, we can still see the PPT.
Or is it? 1 second.
No,
Yeah,
the Fox
now we
Fox
can
is there.
Yeah,
Fox.
we can see.
Okay, cool. 1 second. Obviously, it will not show you anything because it will only work in the live market, but I wanted to show you the conditions that it will give filtering it out. So as a, I don't know, like people, so you do this thing, set group, I'll change this current month, all futures, correct?
Okay.
You can select whatever, current month, far spread, doesn't really matter. You can select your equity options, you can select your equity cash flow segment, whatever that you want. All you want, all month Nifty future ही आपको चाहिए, Nifty के मुझे 50 stocks है, उसका ही चाहिए. I put current month all futures. That will take care of all the 150 FNO stocks kind of thing. Correct? That's why I'll double click current month. This thing came up. Now look at this, select events. Okay, I click on this. Okay, now can you see the conditions that is coming here? Give me let me just bold it out so that you can guys see a little better.
Okay, so highly customizable.
You can do whatever, that is fine. Let me do this one. Is it brighter now?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
better. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Now look at this one. This is what I want. Breaking first resistance, breaking second resistance, breaking third resistance. Do you think we can take cues from here? Breaking first resistance, let it break. 5 मिनट का कैंडल फास्ट R1 के ऊपर सेटल हो जाए. R1 के नीचे just put a stop loss and play for the ride. Correct? Breaking second resistance, let it cross over, settle over R2 and see if it is going to R3. Breaking R3, I'm not going for long. I will be playing for kind of a mean reverting kind of thing. 52-week high, anytime breaking previous day high. This is something that I look very nicely, very closely. If it is with volume, market is bullish and it is breaking previous, tell me how exactly would I know at what point of time which stock has broken previous day high? Not possible, that kind of thing. I'm looking at what kind of gap down हुआ था, वो gap down filled up हुआ है. This is what is a good cue for me. Last bid quantity. I want to see अगर last bid आ रहा है. So अगर last bid आ रहा है मतलब we are talking about some 100 lot, 200 lot, 300 lot. अब उस type के लोग आ रहे हैं. If everything is up to my standard and my parameters, I can definitely buy one lot. So this is what I kind of look at for market watch in terms of bullish one. At the high of the day, this high of the day, 4-5 बार आ गया. I'm pretty sure in the 5 minute your ranking will start popping up, going up, going up, going up kind of thing. Then you start looking out. Okay, fine. What is happening in the ranking? This is the first entry. See, I'm not wanting to kind of give you the so-called knowledge of theoretical this thing. I would rather tell you what exactly practically I look at and what are the cues that you can take it out. And these are the cues that I look for in the real market. So I don't look at the chart. I look at for this kind of a scanner kind of thing. Now this is another scanner that I like quite a bit. Is this one at high of day and previous day? Do you see the third one? So आज का भी high पे जा चुका है and it has gone above previous day high. So if I'm bullish on a stock, I'll be more happy to kind of carry it. Breaking previous first resistance, I'll put a stop loss just below R1 and try to see if it is rallying too much and trail your stop loss. These are the things that we're looking at. Similarly for bearish one, this is the same thing. At the low of the day, low of the previous day, breaking first support, second support, third support, and that's exactly what I'm looking at. Which are those stocks which are breaking their support level for that day. And if I find a couple of good stocks which are breaking first support, put a 5 minute candle is setting below first support, put a stop loss above support level, just 2-3 points, and carry the trend. That is more than fine. Stop loss might get hit, but the risk reward is quite fine, right? अगर S1 में से नीचे settle हुआ and this is going towards S2, I'm quite good. Breaking previous day low and combined with this thing, breaking previous day low and it is going below S1. It is damn bearish. At least if I'm long, I'll cut down my positions. If I'm short, I'll add my positions even more. So these are the cues that I'll be looking at in real market kind of thing. And that is why I kind of, and let's say you saw some stock, IndusInd Bank breaking below S1, you just right click F1 and you place the order from there only. You don't have to go to your broker account and put the order. So these are the benefits that I look at for when I'm looking for a software kind of thing. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at. And same activity may, it will be talking about your let's say previous call OI put, OI open interest niche ja raha hai, upar aa raha hai. These are the things that I'm looking in open interest. So, and these are real time basis. Every second it keeps coming out. So now what you have this kind of scanners, you have your ranking, you see your pivot, you see the ATR, and then it's okay. You know which direction market is going, and if there is no scanner, nothing is coming, stay away. We don't have to trade for that day. So this is exactly what I'll be looking at in that window that I was showing. So let me go back to the PPT.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I got it.
Yeah.
One question for the ATR, you are seeing the day range or the hour range for the last 15 days?
No, day range, always day range. Yeah. So this is one. Okay. You can see my PPT now.
No.
Yes.
No, it's on Fox right now.
No PPT so far.
No, you can see the PPT.
See the PPT.
PPT.
Okay, perfect. So this complete. I think yesterday Sunil sir was asking about the system screen. So this is completely occupies one screen of mine, and it completely keeps running. And all these windows you can take it out from this system, one system to another system, and put it as per your convenience. So that helps me a lot. And I think this is what I have to talk about. How do I look at the market on a daily basis? And this is my daily feed. This is the information that I look at. This is the ranking system that I look at, and few other scanners that I'll be showing you now. But this is what I look at, you can say. Any questions on this so far?
So Asit bhai, where do you start from? Do you look at the ranking system first, or do you look at the other confirmations screeners first?
See, ranking bare minimum is 5 minutes, and 5 minute basis में मैं trade नहीं करूँगा. I'll start seeing the scanners first. Scanner मतलब events watch first. Events watch me, it is populated into 5 minutes. That's a decent enough this thing. And see, because of the fact this events watch is almost like a proxy to me for price action. I don't need to look at the candle. This gives me the information what is happening in that particular stock. So 5 minute 15 minute में इसके बाद आना populate करना शुरू किया. Then I start building the positions. So that is how I'll be doing it. Obviously 5 minute में यहाँ पे पहले आएगा. I'm talking about this events was आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे नीचे. It will first come out here only. Then only I'll go to the ranking, because it will take 5 minutes to at least one bar completion होने के बाद ही ranking में आएगा ना. So at least I'll get a warning कि this stock is going below yesterday's low. Any stock, thumb rule, going below today's low, going below yesterday's low, that's it. That is the time to cut down your short or cut down your long and open your short positions. It's as simple as that. So these are the cues that I'll be looking at. Yes.
So Asit bhai, the market watch is like your 1 minute time frame chart.
Market watch, which one? This one, top one?
The bottom one is like your 1 minute time frame.
No. 1 second. 1 second. Every time. Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
What about 1-2 seconds kind of thing, but it's real time basis, not one time, 1 minute kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Asit, so I think it depends upon how conservative or how daring you are, whether you want to start building your position with 5 minutes or 15 minutes, or if you're very conservative, you wait till 30 minutes if you get all the signals and then you start building, right? Or how do you do that? You start with 5 or you start with 15-30?
See, honestly, I used to be doing that 5-15, but moment with the experience, you say, there are times your mental, if I may say, mental algo it starts functioning. You see the events once and you just know okay, this stock is going to fall down like drastically. I'll quickly go down and short it first, then I'll investigate what is happening in that stock. And if it comes back by 4-5 points, then I'll go and short one more if my conviction is very strong. So my point is, it is not, see, I would not ask you or advise anyone to do that, but over a period of time, because of seeing the screen and spending time with the screen, you just know that things are going to be bad or good kind of thing. And you play yourself much before the market to be, so market is, say running from Delhi to Bombay, you first reach out to Bombay, be there already, and market is reaching there, you'll get the benefit much more. So if you can do that, it's actually racing much ahead of the market and positioning yourself, something like this. Let's say Dr. Reddy from 4800 has gone to 5400, and you anticipate Dr. Reddy is going to 5200. So you're not buying 4200, 4800 ka call, you're going to buy 5200 ka call in volume because you know eventually it is reaching to 5200. So can you do that? Are you getting my point? So your system over a period of time, you need to develop that instinct, if I may say. Correct. If you can develop your system in that way, that you know, okay, this is what might happen, and your mental algo will start fitting itself. Be it pivot watch, be it ranking, be it your other scanners, be it your chart, be it your data, whatever. I think Dr. Reddy is looking good, and it might go up. So you can go buy at the money call, you can buy future, and even if it goes 30 points down, you're not bothered because you know it is going up.
Yep. Yeah.
Correct. So yeah, that's exactly how I'll be looking at it.
Asit, possibly I may have missed, but are you not looking at industry-wise heat map or something somewhere? How pharma?
Yeah, I do look at that in my
Fine, but it's not there in this particular screen.
Not in this particular screen. This much it kind of gets exhausted, to be honest. So not in this screen, but my FNM I keep watching. Yes, sir.
Okay. Second question I have is I didn't understand the data feed part. So is the data is coming from Fox, or since you trade with Upstox, the data is coming from?
Data is coming from Fox.
Okay, so that's part of the subscription also, or you need?
Yes. No payment for data. See, I'll just tell you this thing. All of you, whoever have used Falcon 7, I'm pretty sure you would have heard by reliable software Falcon 7.
Honestly, I have never. I think I had used Spider sometime or 3-4
Yeah,
years.
so okay, fine. Falcon 7 is just a replica version of Spider 7. Not replica, but there's a similar functions and everything.
Okay.
Now, this Fox is just one more step ahead, where you can put your trades from this software directly. So you see this Chola Finance days low, you can do F1 and do F2 and do the selling. So that is the only difference. So data is coming from Fox. Upstock is only the bridge where from this software you can. So you saw this ranking, Take Mahindra 68. Just right click, place order, and Take Mahindra will go from this system. So that is the benefit of Fox. So you don't have to pay for data. B, it is from Fox only.
But where do you get to see the market depth, 5 top orders, etc., or your net position, or that is a different screen?
That is a different screen, and it is there in Fox. You can watch that in case you want to.
Okay, thanks.
Hello, Asit. These templates will be available for us in the Fox, or we have to construct these templates?
Okay, there are a few things I'll not be able to share because, but most of the things will be there. I'll anyway be sharing the ranking. I'll be sharing the scanners. There is a couple of things that I've learned from Nandi sir that I put it over here. That is his property. I would not like to share it over here. But at the same time, rest of the things I'll be sharing. No, that is not an issue.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope this gave you an idea.
You also follow which stocks are coming into ban or already banned.
Yes.
Those kind of things.
Yes, I do.
So if the stock is already near to 95, then you will trade or something?
Yes, absolutely. Why do we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Asit, sorry, my connection was patchy, so I don't know whether you answered this question. But from what I understand is basically the stocks will start popping up on the scanners, and then eventually we'll also be able to see them on the ranking system, right? My only question is obviously, time is of essence when we take a trade. So I'm assuming we'll have sufficient time to kind of ease into the trade, right?
Yeah, that is fine. Don't worry on that. Well, that is fine. Well, that is not a concern. But at the same time, see, even if you miss out 3-4 trades because you do not have the consensus conviction, even if you are able to pick up one stock and that one stock is properly suitable to go up or go down, that is more than fine. So don't worry about quantity of trades, but just consider the quality of trade. One good quality trade will give you decent amount of money. So don't worry on this thing. And even if don't rush into just you see some days low, days high, don't rush into it. Investigate, see what all factors that you can see. Day low कहाँ पे हो रहा है? Support 1 के पास हो रहा है तो मैं short नहीं करूँगा. Are you getting me? So those are the factors you need to look at.
Fair.
Perfect. So this is one window that I kind of use in Fox. I think let me just see what all that we need to cover. So this we talked. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I wanted to show you this one. So this is another window that I have. This is all strategies that I'm going to talk about right now. So if you see the left hand side में apart from the cursor वाला जो दिख रहा है उसको आप, I hope you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So apart from this one, this is only for ranking. Rest everything based upon strategies on indicators. This is 3ST हो गया यार, MACD, RSI, Bollinger Band, RSI, all those strategies जहाँ पे buy sell आ रहा है, that I look at. So here what I do, मतलब towards the closing session, I increase the time frame to hourly basis and look at the 50-minute time frame में how is it working. Then I go back to the final ranking to see if it is consensus with ranking also. So independently, there are few strategies that I do, and most of the time they are also good at strategies in the ranking kind of thing, and then I'm good to go. Left and mid segment, it is what we had earlier also. Same Bank Nifty ka different strategies. The right hand side, I look at it, Bank Nifty ka options ka IV. I'll talk about IV tomorrow, then we can go back to this slide, but this is another window that I kind of look at time to time basis. So you can have multiple setup of windows inside Fox. So for me, I have around 4 or 5 different windows. So this is one window that I kind of keep fluctuating between, flip from here to there kind of thing. So I wanted to show you this. So this is about, then we will talk about strategies when we will understand how exactly these strategies can be useful, you can say.
Those were wall surfaces, right, Asit, which you were showing on the previous one for the volatile? The wall surfaces, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And just second thing is, a question was on the Fox trader. Does it get its data from Reuters or from
I think they get it from exchange directly, I guess. I'm not very sure though.
Okay.
Yeah. So, any questions so far? We will go through. So, okay, fine. I'll tell you the template, what we are going to. Yep. So we will go through the template. So this is all that we'll be talking about. So I'll go in detail about this strategy part. This will take a few hours, maybe 2 to 3 hours, maybe. Few of the strategies are embedded here. I'll talk about this few of the volatility factors. I'll talk about R slope and market weight. And I think we'll be able to cover. So this is all that is pending right now for the whole day, I would say. And we are already, oh God, it is already 2 o'clock. So if we complete that, we'll be completing this first part. Then tomorrow we will kind of talk about options, and then we'll talk about the scalping. Scalping, I'll keep it for the last. And I want you to observe rest of the strategies and ranking before I go to scalping, you can say. So as of now, we can break for lunch now. As of now, if you have any questions, we can take there, and post the session. We'll start with strategy and finish it up. Then few of the indicators I'll talk about.